When are we going
Wow,
live?
that was the quickest it ever went live.
Oh, man,
Yeah, we are live.
That thing went, I clicked live and it was like, you're live immediately. What's up,
Hey,
everybody?
Aaron.
What's up, Aaron? Hey, look, Charles P's in the chat.
awesome.
Who else is out here? Huh. Two people in the background right now. I guess people are getting used to rev time.
Yeah, they'll be here shortly. I mean, there's a lot of people doing things with family and stuff this weekend too. So
Yeah, we were figuring it was going to be a late evening. Scott's in the house. Brian's in the house. Hey, guys.
hey guys,
Going on, everybody? Wait, that's Dave's line.
Yeah, speaking of Scott, I ordered a couple more jars of the jam, the big ones this time.
oh cool.
Yeah. Can't wait for those to get here because my pineapple peach one, no, the crying Hawaiian, I just finished that off yesterday, and I'm like, oh no, I don't have any more.
Yeah, that was a
That's
good.
all right. There's more coming, and I got some of the other stuff left yet. Yep, really like the jam. What's new and exciting out there, everybody?
Looking at it.
It's Friday.
I got something new and exciting. A new camera showed up.
Oh, cool.
We need to get JT one of them.
Yeah. I'm not sure I like it yet, but I've done a few test videos with it, and it works pretty all right. But I got to have it about this close to get the audio to come through right.
It's a GoPro.
It's a full pro, like Rev always says.
Gotcha.
But it's got all the attachments and waterproof box and all that kind of good stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, these things are great. I love them. They work great for like a dash cam too. Get the one attachment, just put it right on your dash.
Yep.
Put it right in.
Yep, I have it all set to, so that all I got to do is take it and snap it right into the base. Brian says, what's my favorite jam? The Crying Hawaiian is my favorite jam. The pineapple peach one is very good too, but the Crying Hawaiian is my all-time favorite.
Crying Hawaiian is my favorite as well. Has a special place in my heart.
Are you Hawaiian at heart?
No, it's because that was a contest that me and Scott did, and also it has my peppers in it.
Cool.
So I just like that one. Plus, I like the taste of it. So, but I mean, really, the main reason is because Scott and I did that contest together for the sauce, name the jam. So I thought that was cool.
Cool.
So I always like that jam for that reason. One of the reasons.
Besides that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I threw a name in for that, but I don't remember what my name was. It was probably something dumb.
There's a lot of good ones. I know Scott at the time, he was laughing his butt off. He said at his house, I was laughing from what people were sending with the sauce or whatever. We're going back and forth. It was pretty entertaining.
He says, got some extras going in there for you, Rob. Uh-oh. Wonder what that could be. Don't tell me. And Scott says, yeah, it was awesome, Charles. Bernie's in the house.
So, Bernie?
What's up, Mama Jammas?
Well, considering that Scott had an all-time pull on his indoor harvest for his grow tents,
Oh,
I thought maybe one of those pods might find its way in your package because that was
yeah.
a pods for an indoor pool.
He sent me the picture, and I'm just looking at it like, wow, for this time of year and out of the garage, that's flipping killer.
Yeah.
I mean, his one harvest was bigger than most of my harvests all last year. If you take individual harvest. So, yeah, that was pretty impressive, too. Oh, the fun stuff in life. But I got up this morning, and it was supposed to be clear all day today, and, highs in the upper 30s. I walk out the door and look. It's flipping snowing. Look at the thermometer. It says 35. I look at the thermometer of the truck. It says 35. But yet we have snowflakes coming down. So I actually sat in the front window of the shop recording it, and the snowflakes didn't pick up all that well. But yeah.
It was 70 degrees here after the sun went down.
Shut up.
It was like 80 yesterday and today.
Shut up again.
We had a cold front with all that rain coming through, and it's down to 78, 77 right now. It's getting a little bit cooler, maybe in the upper 60s this afternoon or evening. So, yeah, it's
Julian's in the house.
Hey, Bernie. Hey, Julian.
That's the weird part. It was like 80 degrees, but we had like 30-mile-an-hour winds, but they were like real up high. Although we did lose a whole pile of trees back in the swamp. I look back there, and there's like a pile of trees all down.
Freaky's in the house, too.
Yeah.
Hey, Freaky.
That's kind of not good news to hear about Chad's vocal cords. You watch this?
Oh, no.
Are they back?
I know how much he loves singing and stuff. But I mean, hopefully they'll get better and be back on track soon.
JT's in the house, too. Yeah, Chet's vocal cords went out. He got sick and it damaged him. So he can't be singing for quite a while.
Yeah, but are they back yet?
No.
Still out?
And he's got about maybe had. Well, there he is right there. He says it sucks. Hey, Chad.
Hey, JT.
I missed Chad earlier. Sorry, Chad.
Show JT your new camera, Rob. You can find this on Amazon.ca. I believe $61 was the cheapest I found.
I paid just short of $29 for this one. 1080p, 60 frames per second, or is it 30? Whatever. But I have it set for 720. Yeah. I still got a full screen in the back.
Which a GoPro won't have.
No, not my black edition. It sure doesn't. You're just going blind.
Yeah, my buddy loves that. I hate that. That's why I'm an advocate of the cheap ones. But Rob's got the 4K version. I've got the 1080p version. That's Wi-Fi enabled and all that stuff. I recommend the 1080. I think the 4K is just a little overkill unless you really want to get big memory cards. I don't, so that's why I go with the smaller ones. 1080.
Yeah, I like that. This has got that little TF card in it, and it says up to 64 gig, and I put a 128 gig card in it, and it's reading it just fine.
Yeah, that's what I did too. Same thing. And we're in the chat. We're talking about the moment of silence for Bambi from the Bat and Bear show last night. So if you didn't watch it, I'm sorry, but
how does the moment of silence start right now? Okay, good. So anyway, about this camera.
It was so funny when he had that piece and he's, just trying to shove it in his mouth. You can see he doesn't want to do it, but I got a good chuckle out of that.
I wanted to reach through the screen and get the damn jerky and eat it myself. It would have took me all half a second to eat it.
Yeah, but JT, if you do check out those little, just type in action camera. There's a ton of them out there for like $360 and stuff. Don't mess around with them. Only go with like the cheapest one, but make sure they come with all the accessories. One of the accessories is the waterproof case. You could do 1080p updates of the fish.
Yeah, you do that. That'd be cool.
And you could just set it in there and just walk away. So the fish will just do their things and your camera will be recording under there while you're away. And maybe it'll just be all natural. Or wait, you already got a waterproof camera anyway. You can do that now.
It wasn't Bambi. It was the jerks who picked on Rudolph.
Wait, I like those guys that picked on Rudolph. He
Yeah.
did have that stupid red nose. That'd be a big distraction while you're trying to fly around.
But all joking aside, it was a good show.
Yeah, like JT said, I still maintain that Bambi had it coming. Exactly. Like I said in the comments yesterday, if Bambi didn't want it coming, they shouldn't have been prancing around the forest like that. Oh, and JT, the action cameras are, I can't remember, 180 degrees or 100 and, what are they? Probably remember more than I do, Rob.
This one?
I don't think it says it on it.
I think it was 120.
Yeah, I think you're right, 120. They make great dash cams, but you have to turn them on every single time, which is why I recommend everybody gets a real dash cam, like $20 on Amazon, plus a card. Put it in, plug it into your outlet. When a car turns on, it turns on. Bang. Not only that, but if you get in an accident and it's your fault, you just take that thing down, hide the card, show it to your lawyer, and maybe they'll tell you to use it or not. Never self-incriminate. It is your camera, by the way. But a 360 camera would be very cool. It's not Bambi's fault to look that way. Don't objectify Bambi. Well, if it didn't look like food, then maybe we wouldn't look at it like food. Just hilarious.
Yeah.
Right before I got on here, I was just listening to this whole vegan debate. I was totally lost because I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Meat's awesome.
Yeah, I have a good amount of venison in my freezer.
Yeah, I've venison sausage.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of venison, but if you want to eat it, go for it.
Yeah.
If you want to eat it, I'll even shoot them for you. Give it to you for free. Well, you can't sell it anyway. It's illegal, but... Oh, JT, did you... I heard this. I was watching these crazy guys with supercars. So this guy has like a... I don't know. He's driving a Lamborghini. He was driving a Ferrari. Heck's his daily driver? I think it's a Lamborghini or something like that. But he lives in British Columbia, and he goes to California a lot and gets tons of tickets. And apparently there's no reciprocity between the U.S. and Canada. So apparently no matter how bad your driving record is for a ticket that you get in America, it doesn't go back on your record in Canada, or Canada doesn't have a driving record. So hint, hint, come to America. Just be as reckless as you want.
I watch that daily. That's what I was watching before the live stream. Daily Driven Exotics.
Yeah, that's what I was watching. That dude's crazy.
Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yeah, I watched one video. He did 140 kilometers in like a 80 kilometer or 90 kilometer zone or something, and 40 and over is reckless driving. They confiscate your vehicle for a week. So he had to give up his like Lamborghini for like an entire week, and he was happy. He's like, oh, no big deal. He's like shaking hands with the cops and stuff. The craziest thing I've ever seen.
He's got a bunch of cars. So, I mean, he's got, his daily driver is a Huracan.
That's it.
Then he drives a Scuderia Ferrari. So, I mean, he's got a bunch of different, and his wife has a Range Rover. So,
yeah, and he'll like fly to Miami, and people will just be like, here, take my, Murcielago out, or take my, Porsche out, or whatever. And he goes out driving around, gets pulled over, and has to like message them and stuff like, hey, text me your insurance information.
Right. I mean, he goes there because, I mean, in California, they have some of the best clear wraps for cars. They do the best clear wrapping, because that's what most people do now. It's like you'll get a new car, so you get it in Rev Yellow or whatever it is. You go get it clear wrapped. It's all clear, and then they do the brake shoes inside the car, everything. And they'll put a treatment for the Alcantara interior. So they'll do all that stuff, and that's what people do. And then you peel it off if you decide to get rid of it or whatever. But it just protects from rock debris and all that stuff. So. That's what they
It's
do.
kind of like that plasti dip I put on my truck. It's not the same, but it's kind of the same. Where you don't like it, you just peel that stuff right off, and I go right back to my chrome bumper that I hate.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think is the optimum pepper growing temperature?
I don't know.
75, 76.
Yeah, I was going to say 75, 78 because that's what my little grow tent maintains.
No, I think it was. I don't think there's a what do you think? I think there is an optimal. I think it's like 85 to 95.
But it depends on the pepper.
Well, not above 95 though.
Oh, no. But I mean, I'm talking about when they like thrive and do the best. It's in that lower range. I think if it goes in the high 80s, it's not as good. I mean, they still do good. I mean, hell, it's 100 degrees here. I mean, it's under a shade, but you see a lot more flower drop. You see a lot of other things going on once it gets that high temperature.
Yeah, JT says 70, 75, 65 doesn't seem to cut it. He says, I would say what you think it would be comfortable temp to relax in.
Oh, for me to relax in 85, 95. Heck yeah, like a pepper.
Wait, so I'm like 20 under? That would explain so much. Yeah, because with just the single fluorescent in my little seedling grow area, I have a thermometer in there, and it's usually between 75, 78.
Well, in the wintertime when I'm growing my seedlings, I mean, it's only 68 in my entire house. So, I mean, they're not getting any better than 68. And they are, well, they might get a little bit more temperature because that's closest to the air handler. But yeah, that's all they're getting from me. I think what we're talking about is whenever you take them outside, the optimal outdoor temperature for fruiting, not just for like growing them up from seed. Growing them up from seed, I believe it's like anything above, what, 50, 55? As long as you don't kill them.
Again, it depends on the pepper again because Trinidad Moruga scorpion pepper won't germinate unless it's in the 90-degree range. They actually want you to take it and put it into a little house where it maintains 95 for the germination in the first, 4 or 5 inches of growth.
Yeah, but once they pop up, you could probably keep them at 65, 70, and they'll be fine.
Yeah, but it's the first 3, 4 inches of growth. They need to be really hot.
And the way I look at it too is like what the country of origin is. Okay, so you got a Trinidad Moruga scorpion. What is the temperature in Trinidad? Because they obviously came from Trinidad.
Yeah, it's so down near the equator.
Yeah, so whatever that is, that's what it is. Ahi, anything in the South American range, in those areas. All the other ones, your Nagas and Boots and all that stuff, whatever India is. I mean, because they grow. That's where they grow in that area.
That's weird that you brought that up because the Carolina Reaper, that's supposed to be the hottest. That's one state below me.
Yeah.
That's not that far down. And they saw snow this year.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way I look at it. I mean, then, of course, that isn't exact science.
Brady says it's minus 12 there. Looks like 21, 22 degrees. Yeah, I'm not much warmer than that.
Oh, it's like 70 degrees here right now. I got a sleeveless shirt on. I got shorts. I got the door open right now. And the heat hasn't kicked on because it's set to 68 and it's like 77 in the house.
Alpha Bear's in the house. Hey, Alpha Bear.
Hey, Alpha.
What's up, Alpha Bear? Oh,
we're at about minus 20 today. Okay, I'm warmer than you are, JT. I'll leave it at that.
And Bernie said he's hit a lot of animals with his vehicles. That's pretty funny. So have I. But I usually have a big enough vehicle, so like if it's like a raccoon or a possum or anything like that, no worries. It's just kind of like a blump, blump. Oh, what the heck was that kind of thing? But I did nail a deer with my truck, and it just kind of pushed the bumper ever so slightly down. You can just barely. I can tell, but if I told you about it, you probably couldn't tell.
No. JT says we could be warm in Canada, but no. Hashtag Blade Reptos TV. Reptos.
Could be, but it's like all that snow and stuff. I blame that stupid imaginary line. It's like holding all that snow at bay and holding it up north, not letting it come south.
Yeah, force field that's holding all the cold air up there.
Yeah, I mean, that's why the packages take so long to get up there and it costs so much more. You got to get across that invisible barrier.
And you got the sleigh dogs.
It takes so much more resources to get it across that line.
Oh.
That's what Alex told me one time. He's like, yeah, Canadian parcel is just so messed up. He's like, so if you expect something like, say it's 3 days, add another at least 3 to 6 days, because sometimes, the sleigh dogs and stuff don't work properly when you're up here in all this thick snow and cold temperatures or whatever. I'm like, okay, Alex, that's your theory, and that's what you know it better than I. So, but I mean, we have our own little quirks with our postal service too. So ours is far from perfect.
Same here, JT, except for I never went to Canada because, like I said before, I'm allergic to cold and snow. But I did cross the imaginary line and went to Mexico, and all I had was my driver's license. And I didn't even have to show it. I just walked off the boat, walked out, had some Coronas, some tacos, got back on, no worries.
Went to Seattle for Starbucks one night from Vancouver. Okay. It's like going from here and flying down to Las Vegas for lunch. I've done that a couple of times.
Well, that's like my cousin. He lives in Miami and he's got a boat. He goes to the Bahamas for like lunch. He just hops in the boat and just hauls out to the Bahamas and like docks, goes out, has some beers and everything, and no one bothers him. He hops back into the boat, flies back to Miami, and nobody hassles him at all. But that sucks, Bernie, man. He hit a moose 5 years ago. That will mess stuff up. Oh, and a deer. That's not that bad, but moose. Whew. You don't exactly hit a moose. You hit the moose's legs, and it clips them, and they fly into your windshield. I've heard of so many people dying that way.
What's up, Bloomberg?
Other Roberts in the house. How are you, Charles?
What's up, Bloomberg?
And GT says, need a meat rack on the front. And Bernie, I have a meat rack on the front of my truck.
Oh, you mean like a brush guard?
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to get one of those until I realized those don't do anything except smash the brush guard into your radiator and destroy your radiator and your grill and everything. Kind of better off not having one, unless it's a nice, big, beefy, strong one like the truckers use. But I've seen so many pictures of people that hit a deer with, like, we'll just use my truck for an example, a Dodge Ram, and it just dents the bumper. But they got a big brush guard on there. They hit a deer, and it just smashes that brush guard into the front end, destroys the headlights, the whole grill, the radiator, everything. Ooh, one with a gun rack would that would help.
Yeah, deer come equipped with a gun rack. Or most do.
But now I always wanted one of those big brush guards, but I changed my opinion. Now I either want one of those what do they call them, bull bars, or like one of those big steel bumpers, like maybe even with a stinger on it.
No, big metal meat rack. I worked at a welding shop.
I would love to work at a welding shop. I would make myself brand new front and rear bumpers. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like those locomotive and cattle guards like they use on truckers and stuff, that will protect your front end. But the regular old, go to J.C. Whitney, buy a $500 brush guard, I've just seen them like go right into the front end and cause more damage.
Well, they sell quite a bit of them down here. With ranch hand bumpers and all that stuff.
They work great as a brush guard, which is what they're sold as. Yeah. I mean, that really does get the brush off, stops the pin striping of your vehicle and stuff, but hitting big animals, I don't know if I'd want to do that.
Yeah, just get a train horn hooked up to your vehicle. That always work.
Yeah, but not those stupid little deer whistling things. Those do not work.
I'm talking about full blown train horn.
Oh no, that'll probably work, but not the little deer whistling things. My dad had them on there. I've never seen him hit more deer.
That moose saw I was coming and turned and tackled my truck, then ran off. That
Oh,
moose
yeah,
was a prick.
The first deer I ever hit was in my company truck. It was a 2-wheel drive Silverado, and it was like not even a mile from my house. I nailed that thing. It dented the bumper, screwed up the grill and everything. It didn't go into the radiator or anything. I pushed that thing like 30 yards or something like that. It went off the road and into like this little grassy area. And I was like, oh, I definitely killed that thing. And I kept on going to where I was going, like not even a mile up the road. And I was only there for a minute. And I'm like, oh, wait, I could grab that deer and throw it in the back and, either give it to a friend or cut it up and have some deer steaks. Hurried up and drove back there. Deer's gone. Resilient little animals.
Yeah. Tasty too.
What's that?
And tasty too.
And tasty
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff.
Brittany says, I'm a metal fusion technologist.
And Julian runs a steel shop. Dude, one of the things I want to do so bad is learn how to weld. I don't care if it's TIG or MIG. I mean, I'll start with MIG, but I would really want to learn how to TIG weld.
Yeah. My friend, he has a body shop, and his beads are just so damn good.
Perfect dimes, right?
Oh, it's flawless.
And Brian Body Armor, that's probably one of the best bumpers that I've seen.
212 pounds? Wow.
Yeah, but think about that if you have like that on the front and the rear and it's snowing out, you get that extra weight to weigh you down, give you some more leverage. Maybe you could make it up that back hill, Rob. Without the chains.
Yep. I'm just going to leave that one at yep. Oh. So have either of you got any interesting plans for Easter?
When's that?
Sunday?
Mine is called Phil Fabric Podorama.
Ooh.
That's Sunday and Monday. So that's when it starts. So I'll be having multiple barrels and gardening carts and everything loaded with 5-gallon fabric pots going to the gigantic smart pot filled with my compost. I get trips with a shovel and fill them up, put them in underneath the shade area for now until all the rows are kind of evened out. But we need to get the plants out and kind of acclimated, so they got to go out.
JT said welding is pretty easy. You could totally do it, Rev. It's all about a steady hand. What makes you think I have a steady hand?
I thought I was going to be a doctor.
I could totally be a surgeon.
Other up says fishing, 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 and more fishing.
So, Rob, what did you do today? Fish?
So you're going to be planning? Or wait, did I miss something? Oh, fishing maybe?
Yeah, I'm thinking he's going to fish. He
We
fishes.
may go fishing. It's very possible Chad would go fishing too.
God, you see that
Wait for a
crappie he
while.
caught yesterday?
Huh?
The crappie he caught yesterday? Lord, that was a big crappie. Oh, Rob Blumberg. I don't know
Okay.
if you remember his post or whatever, but big crappie.
Oh, there you go. JT says Manitoba Spruce Tree Massacre. You mean, yeah, I guess that would be those pine trees. Nice. Knock them down. Actually, I was kind of disappointed in that video you made, JT. I really expected to see that tree come down and just poof, just snow going everywhere, and it just kind of went, yeah. It just kind of stopped right there. I was like, oh, come on, tree. Like, There's snow, there's tree falling, like all the ingredients are there. The tree just would not cooperate. Which I guess that's probably what you're talking about, huh? Go out there and take out some of those trees that are laying down.
That'd be a change from aphid hunting. Yeah.
Actually, instead of cutting up the trees that are already on the ground, you should just keep on cutting trees down and just keep letting them fall on top of each other. You never know. You might get that puff of snow. Yeah, it might take 3 or 4 more trees, but eventually you'll get that puff of snow. Well,
Just flop and then nothing.
unless it's all wet and stuff, then it just might not do it. But
Well, it said it was melting there earlier in the week.
yeah, dang it.
It's not light and fluffy anymore.
What stage is it at? I don't know the stages of snow.
This is the wet and heavy stage when it's melting
Okay.
and mud underneath. You step through it, and if there's mud underneath, you slip and slide and fall flat on your backside. Other Rob says, I'm going to be posting a good post on G Plus today. Cool.
Awesome.
Quite a bit of the snow is gone in Coldwater, says Mr. Freaky. Our snow is as soft as a popular Bunny Hill ski run, which is to say hard as ice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I learned how to snowboard on.
Well, about 90% of our snow is gone right now.
Yeah, same here.
The only place where you see it now is in places where there's lots of trees and it's shaded, or the stores' parking lots. Like the hills up at the W store, they're probably still 20 feet tall. Love those moments when the ice snow top gives way. Surprise! Been there, done that. Have mud underneath and flat in your butt.
Oh, I mean, it's been going on for like weeks now, but the last like 2, 3 days now, I mean, I don't know what the heck happened. It jumped to like 70, 80 degrees here, but the winds just picked up like crazy. And every couple minutes, you just hear things like you'll hear a tree hitting the ground. You're like, where the heck was that? You just know it was around here somewhere. And I didn't hear it hit metal, so it shouldn't have been my truck. And, or you'll hear like, boom, boom, boom. And it's just sliding down the roof of the house. And you're like, okay, I don't think that one caused too much damage because it's sliding down the house and not like coming into the house. So
Right.
it's been really weird.
We have snow higher than the back fence. It's going to be in the video tomorrow. I believe it. Ain't those surprises, JT Bear. Look, man, light is there. Another step. Help, I'm stuck. When elf dreams become orc realities.
Lord of the Rings.
I don't even remember which. All the years keep running together, but one of the years, Fuzzy Bear was trying to go up on. I think it was last winter, where he was trying to climb up on that giant dune of snow in the backyard. Everyone was like, "Be careful, be careful." Long story short, climbed right to the very top of that thing. There was no caving into the snow. That thing was taller than him. Everybody thought that he was just gonna like fall right into the snow, including myself. Nope, he's just walking right across the top of it like it's a mountain. Actually, I think he was like sledding down the dang thing, wasn't he? Pretty sure that was last year.
The house I grew up in, we would use the snowblower to blow all the snow to the back of the garage, go up to the roof of the garage, slide off the garage down the hill into the backyard. So we'd make our own sliding hills.
That's right. Yeah, last year was a ski hill. This year was a snow fort dugout. I didn't see how it turned out with the snow fort dugout. I know you were cautioning him like, "Oh, be careful about it," but you know he ended up like was digging in there and no problems. But oh, look at that! I got 10 points. Sweet. Every once in a while, I got some memory. It's weird. You ask me what I ate for dinner tonight, I can't tell you.
Chicken.
Chicken, the seasoning.
All right, maybe it was chicken.
You ever
Chicken,
get tired of
chicken with
chicken?
crimson blaze powder on it.
You ever get tired of chicken? I mean, chicken just after a while just seems to get old.
I don't know what it is. Like usually, I will get sick of eating some like the same thing over and over again, but for some reason, no. I don't know if it's my cheapness coming through because I really want to eat steak, but that's kind of expensive. But the chicken, I can get like 5 days worth for like $6. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's me being cheap, but I don't know. You can also doll it up a different way. Like Rob said, the Crimson Blaze. I haven't done that in a little bit, but lately it's been lemon pepper.
Yeah.
Skin on, leave the skin on, do it 400 degrees, lemon pepper under the skin, lemon pepper on top of the skin. As soon as it's done, throw it on your plate. As soon as it cools down a little bit, peel the skin right off like it's some kind of, I was going to say potato chip, but whatever. It's it's not like a potato chip, but pretty good.
Yeah, there's things you could do with steak though too. You can
Grill
dress
it.
all that. Oh yeah, absolutely. You could.
I don't have a grill anymore. The elements took out my grill. I just noticed today there's like big holes in the side of the grill now too. Like I thought the racks themselves getting eroded was bad. I'm like, no big deal. I can go to not Walmart. I can go to the local box store, not Walmart, and just buy replacement racks for it. But then I noticed today I got big old holes in the side of it.
And, JT's like chicken fried steak, best of both worlds. Chad's like I had some ham from our pigs, with eggs from our ducks. Best dinner ever.
Or hamburger steak. Make little hamburgers type steaks, and then make some mushroom and gravy, or mushroom and onion gravy, and then make some mashed potatoes. Put it all together. Oh yeah.
So does a duck egg taste different than a chicken egg? I never had a duck egg.
No, they're right about the same.
Okay.
I think they're just
Cheers.
bigger.
No, duck eggs are a little smaller than a chicken
Not
egg.
my duck eggs. They were like 2 or 3 times bigger.
Okay, because yeah, not around here.
I thought he was. I thought he was leaving and going to go get one. Like I'm going to show you what a duck egg is.
Here's a duck egg. Here's a chicken egg. Because my ducks, I had Rowan ducks, Roen ducks, which are like big fat mallards that can't fly. And those things, they put out like, their eggs were like twice as big as a chicken egg. And then I had runner ducks, and I'm pretty sure their eggs were just about the same size as a duck.
Yes, Dave. We do talk about food a lot.
Yeah.
So grab your sandwich and join us. And just go along for the ride. We'll be talking about all types of food.
Yeah, tell us what kind of sandwich you're eating.
I think actually the subject started from the Bat and Bear show last night. We're talking about Bambi. I think we've not stopped.
Oh, nonstop the entire time. I forget who it was that came in towards the end. They were like, "What's been going on?" I'm like, we were talking about eating Bambi." Yeah, I don't ever remember having or eating my duck eggs. I didn't have them very long. I had ducks for a little while, and then apparently the coyotes and foxes came in, and apparently they liked my ducks better than I did. Nice. Pray for Dave's sandwich.
I had the neighbor's dog eat all my bannies and silkies one year, which that was not good because it took me a while to find those chickens. When I was a kid, it was like very it's so cool to see. You've never seen a silkie. It looks like a sheep wool with black skin, a crazy looking chicken. Then and those little bannies are so cool because they're so small and they have all those ornate feathers and colorful feathers all over them, and the feathers going off their feet and everything. Pretty cool. Anyway, neighbor's dog got them, ate them all, killed them all.
I'm kind of confused, Freaky. What do you mean today is no meat day?
Good
Every
Friday.
day is meat day.
It's Good Friday.
So what?
Easter.
What?
It's,
Good Friday?
What is that, a Catholic thing or something?
Yep.
I was never Catholic.
I'm not Catholic.
I was raised Presbyterian, so we don't observe this no meat day. That's sacrilege right there, man. Every day is a meat day. Wait, what's the other day? It's not Good Friday that the Catholics eat fish only. It's another one too. What is it, like the first every Friday in Lent or something?
Yes, but this is the Lent period.
Oh, this is the last Friday in Lent, right?
Then what if we gave up? Coffee.
I only know that because I worked in a restaurant, and during Lent we had a fish fry special on Fridays. Actually, I think the owner was Catholic, so that makes sense.
Fast food places usually serve, like, that's when they'll, I mean, not that I go to McDonald's and get the McFish or whatever, but, they'll have the McFish or whatever during that time period. And any fast food place, they'll have some type of fish sandwich in that time period.
Yeah, I never bought into that. I don't understand where Jesus said that you shouldn't eat meat on Fridays during Lent.
He did.
So I don't know. It just kind of seemed like a man-made rule, and I don't really go with those man-made rules.
The story behind it is the Pope of the time.
Oh, there you go.
Was a fisherman.
There's the problem.
Okay. And as I was saying, the Pope of the time, his brother was a fisherman, and sales and everything else were down. So the Pope declared that the Friday during Lent would be a fish day, so that his brother would get more business, at least on one day of the year. And it has stuck as a Catholic rule ever since.
Did you know, like 4 or 5, I don't know exactly how many 100 years ago, but 400, 500, 600 years ago, the popes actually could marry and have sex and all that stuff with women, and that's why they took that rule away, and that the priests can't have sex with women and all that stuff, because they were just pretty much whoring around town with everybody's wives. And the Catholic religion started losing followers, and they're like, whoa, 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 we're losing people here. We got to make a change. Story.
So back to pepper.
I know way too much about religion. Sorry. Except for this no meat on Friday thing, apparently. But I don't know. I think Rob's right on the whole. I don't know for sure, but I would venture to bet that Rob's right on the whole no meat on Friday thing being that. But the Jesus providing people with plenty of fish, that's where that and go out and gather more followers, being a fisher of men. That's where the whole fisher, the Jesus fish and all that stuff comes into play. That, and some would also argue that's the exact same time where the age of Pisces came in, which is the fish symbol. Whereas prior to that would be the age of Abraham, which would also be the age of Aries, which is the ram.
I had my peppers out in the sun today for a while, which is nice.
All right. Whoa, look at that. We're right back to peppers. All right, sweet.
Yeah, and Charles is putting his out next weekend. Hopefully.
It's starting Monday. My goal is at least 25 on Monday. So I'm going 25 every few days.
Dave's in the house.
He was back talking about his sandwich, like 27 posts before.
Yeah. I didn't see it. Must have been when I stepped away.
Pay attention. I thought that was your duties as a chat moderator.
And I'm with Charles, but I'm like 2 weeks after him. So he's Monday. I'm like 2 weeks after that.
I'll still be doing it. Don't worry. I'll still be putting them out by when you start. Don't worry.
Oh no, I don't think I'm going 2 weeks after. That's when I think I'm allowed to. I don't think I'm doing it till the end of April.
Okay. I still may be doing it. Depends on how my back is.
You'll still be watering intensely.
Well, not watering, just filling pots and all the other stuff. I asked for help, and Dave said he wouldn't fly over to Texas, so I guess I'm not going to get that help from Dave. But, I asked. I said I would fly to West Virginia, but never worked out the details.
And look at what Brian just wrote. Hashtag blame the narrator.
Okay, we'll go with that.
No.
Well, by saying no, you're admitting that you're the narrator. If you didn't say anything, then you wouldn't like say that you are the narrator, and you just be like, "Heck yeah, blame the narrator," and just kind of sit back like, no clue what's going on here. No narrator over here.
Yeah.
Well, there you just went and clarified it.
Oh, there you go. All right, well. Well, why didn't you just put hashtag blame Rob?
Yeah. Hashtag blame the narrator Rob.
Spell Rob with only one B. That way it'll be the other Rob that you're claiming. Then it'll be off me. Yeah. I would go with that. Voice of the people.
And we can blame Dave. We can blame Rob. We can blame JT. We can blame anybody.
Yeah. I got a lot of things to blame JT for.
Oh man. Preach, brother Charles.
No, I'm just joking. I really don't. Except I'm starting to slowly learn to babble.
Oh yeah, it's a fine art.
Yeah. So he gives me lessons daily. So I just want.
Same with me every time we're on a live stream.
Yeah. I mean, you went 42 minutes the last time.
Oh.
No, on your video.
Yeah. I'm really good with that on the videos, man. That's one of the things I want to say I learned it from JT, but it's JT usually edits his, whereas I don't. I hit the camera on, I just start running my mouth, and I don't stop running my mouth. And I'm just like, let's see how long this goes. And next thing you know, it's like a mini live stream. I'm like, sounds good to me. Let's not edit it.
Right, as you can see.
As you can see. By the way, I've heard that about 370 times since we've had the last live stream. They've all been on YouTube videos. I've been in stores, and there was a spot where someone could have said, like, as you can see, this thing right here, and they were like, and this right here. Like, oh yeah, that really is only said on YouTube.
You could do a video on that. Things that are only said on YouTube.
I have a list here somewhere of only things that, that's one of them, but obviously it's anybody on YouTube says, as you can see. But I have a list of things that only YouTube gardeners say, because that was a video I was going to make like 2 years ago.
But if you do title that, Rev, you would get a hell of a lot of views and a lot of hours watched.
What, on things that YouTube gardeners say?
Well, no, whatever. No, I'm just saying what people frequently said on YouTube. And that's how you title it.
Oh yeah, especially one of my favorites. Like, here, hold my beer.
Susie's in the house. Evening, Susie.
Hey, Susie.
Oh man, you know what I can't believe I didn't come up with? We'll see how many people actually get this, and I'm willing to bet Rob's not going to get it because he doesn't like funny movies. But one thing that I totally screwed up on with Susie's name, if you actually read it out in the chat, it'd be Katie Swan. How many people remember this quote? Quit looking at me, Swan. See, Rob's not laughing. See, you didn't get it.
No, don't know that one.
Oh,
what's
come
that
on,
from?
Billy Madison. Shampoo is better. No, it goes on first and cleans the hair. No, conditioner is better. It goes on second and makes the hair silky and smooth. And then he does the shampoo. No, conditioner, shampoo. And then the bottle's flying. He just looks over and there's a swan right there. He's like, stop looking at me, Swan.
What do you got going on today? Just goofing off around the house, reading nudie mags, what an exciting life you have here. When his dad starts talking to him, it's like, he knows he has such a thrilling life. He just takes a shower, does this, bath, does this, goes around a golf cart, does whatever the hell he wants.
Oh yeah, there was something I was supposed to do today. Have 12 daiquiris? Oh wait, no, you remember to do that.
Ah.
Yeah, Rob, you should watch more funny movies.
Yeah.
You haven't watched Friday. You haven't seen Billy Madison.
Well, I've seen part of Billy Madison, was bored and shut it off.
Bored.
Yes.
I've seen Billy Madison probably like 48 times, and I don't think I shut it off once.
No. Happy Gilmore.
Absolutely.
Waterboy.
Waterboy.
Didn't care for it either.
Girls are the devil. Everything's the devil to you, Mama.
Vicky Valancourt is the devil. I told you all you need is your mama.
That was a great movie.
Happy Gilmore was all right.
Happy Gilmore was great. Now you're going to get it, Bobby.
Yeah.
My buddy's name is Bob, and I say that to him all the time. And he's like, all right, that's enough.
The price is wrong, Bob.
Yeah, he didn't say Bob, but yeah, correct. Oh, man.
Look, Mama, it's the devil.
The devil.
Devil.
Ah.
Devil. So, what part of the snake do you think we're eating? If I was having to guess, I'd say a knee.
You know why Mama says crocodiles are so ornery? Because they got all those teeth and not a toothbrush to brush them. Oh, man.
That's a classic.
Yes, thank you. You know that Mista lady? I think I just killed her. That's one of my favorite quotes.
And then when he's talking about his grandma, what are you doing? You're taking her house? But look at her. She's old, but she's old.
You can't take her house. She's too
old.
I love it. This is my world, Grandma. Just zip those lips.
Hey, Shooter, you want me to come by next week, and we'll have dinner afterwards. No, I think your work is fine. Just go on now. Go on. After he's like doing all that crazy stuff when he hires a guy for heckling and stuff.
Oh yeah. What's this about? I hear you broke a rake and threw it into the woods. No, the rake was already broke, and since it was made of wood, I figured it would like to be with its family, which is made of wood.
Just tap it in. Oh, give it a tap-a-roo.
Don't you like your home?
Go to your home, Paul. Oh man, I could go on and on all night.
Oh yeah, that's what my last job. That's all we did was sit there and quote like 90s movies over and over and over again. Like we had every single quote from Friday. Damn, Miss Parker. Someone asked Miss Parker, what'd you say, honey? Huh? None? The funniest thing about that was the guy I worked for, he's dead now, but his name was Karcher. Mm-hmm. And the exact same thing played out because his wife was pretty hot and his wife walked in and my buddy was like, damn, Miss Karcher. And she's like, what's that, honey? Exactly like that. He's like, huh? None. And he just turned around and walked into the cooler. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen, man. Oh, man. Or, yeah, Miss Parker, let me get a little prayer up in here. That would be the preacher.
Okay. Are you too good for your home? Answer me. don't know which one that one is either.
That's Happy Gilmore.
Yep.
Okay.
The hole is your home. Yeah, remember that gator that got your hand? I got his head. Oh man, but like you were right, dude. That crazy guy. It was like, hey, you want to come to Red Lobster with me, shooter? That crazy guy was one of my favorite guys in the entire movie. You're never gonna get off that beach, just like you never got in the NHL, you bastard.
You asshole.
Oh man.
Nope, I don't do it justice.
So go and Chad, suck my wife. Oh crap.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit? No. I love that when he's like, oh, you want to go right now? And he smashes the bottle off of there. And that chick comes over. She's like, what are you guys doing? He's like, oh, I was trying to find the other parts of this bottle. Oh, there's some over there. There's some of it over there, too. Ah, yeah. I haven't seen these movies in like 20 years, by the way.
Oh man, it's crazy. I saw a couple of them pretty recent. So.
Oh, yeah, like Friday? I don't think I've seen that since like 99.
Then Ben Stiller, when he's the orderly, he's like doing all the stuff that they say the word that they're being mistreated there. They're having to do all that knitting and stuff for money and stuff. And
you're in my world. Read the name tag, lady.
but my hands hurt. Well, you just got yard duty.
Yeah. Now your hands are really gonna hurt. Oh man. Oh man. Bye, Felicia. Yeah. My grandmama gave me that chain. I love. I'm gonna just tuck mine in. Oh man.
Was it the restroom one, the first one?
The restroom one on Friday?
No, the dad talking about the restroom. He just
Oh yeah.
Okay,
well, I've been smelling your shit for 22 years. Yeah. You can come in here and smell mine for 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, he's like, yeah, you don't need to be going in that restroom for at least another 20 and 25 minutes.
Somebody open a window in here. Wait, you had to say the beginning part because that makes it so much funny. Like, Craig, you ain't got no game. Now your father, he got game. Ain't nobody going to the bathroom for like 35, 45 minutes. Somebody open a window in here. You call that game?
You're going to get some milk for this cereal. No, you're going to go put some water in that stuff and you're going to be using, you ain't paying for shit around here.
Now, before I went to sleep last night, what did I tell you? Did I tell you to take the garbage out? Yeah. Well, why didn't you do it? I fell asleep. Boy, I wish you was sleeping right now. I'd slap you upside the head, make you wake up and take out the trash. Oh, man, the first one, I loved his dad so much. Big worm, big perm, big Bert, big I don't give a damn.
Big perm?
Oh, shoot.
Yes, we're having a Good Friday talking about Friday.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Perfect. But don't bring up next Friday. That one kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Or Friday after
next.
Yeah. Look,
don't
Rob,
ask me. I don't know nothing.
Yeah, Rob looks so alienated right now.
Yeah, we need to reel him in. We need to get back to a different subject.
How you doing? You guys are doing good. I can sit here and listen. And how did the picture get stuck on Rev?
Don't know.
Chad's laughing so hard it hurts. He says, I'm done right now. Oh, yeah.
It's good to laugh. You need to laugh so many minutes during the day. It helps you out so much.
Uh-oh. Chad's throwing the first stone.
Don't even get me started, Julian, about freaking something. There's something about Mary. I was talking about that today too. And you know what? That's why I threw the video clip response in for Rev. Where he's like, "Look at this! Look at this ahis! Look, I went and planted 7 ahis. 7 popped up. I went over here and planted this. 7 popped up. Man, 7, 7, 7. You think of Harlan? What is it? Harlan Williams or what? I think he goes in, it's like." So, you ever heard of 8-minute abs? I got an idea. 7-minute abs. You know, the way he says it or whatever, he's like, 7-minute abs. Huh. That's kind of cool. Yeah. No. Yeah, we could just as good a workout as the 8-minute folk, but you save that minute. And Ben Stiller was like, well, that's good, but what if somebody comes up?
Wait, he says, it's just as good as the 8-minute abs, but if you're not satisfied, we'll give you the extra minute for free.
Right. Then that's when he goes off and he goes, well, that's cool, but what if somebody comes up with 6-minute abs?
And I love the face Harlan Williams has. He's like,
that's 6, 7.
7.
7's the key. 7, 11. 7 chipmunks on a branch eating walnuts on my uncle's ranch. 7's the key here.
You know that old nursery rhyme from the sea?
Step into my office. Why? Because you're fired.
What are these seats made of? Cactus? Love it. Hang on. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to pull in this rest stop. I'm only waiting 7 minutes. Yeah. Well, that was someone was talking to Bleeding Borg 9 and someone put it in the comment. We got a bleeder. That's immediately where my mind went to. All right, just hang on. 1, 2. We got a bleeder. Yeah, no one works out in 6 minutes. Not even a squirrel on a squirrel on a wheel or a mouse on a wheel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That one I can go on for days. I've seen that. I saw that movie so many times when it was just it was, I don't know what we call it, a B movie. But it's like before anybody knew about that damn movie. Me and my friends saw it every freaking other day. It seemed like I brought another friend. So I had a friend, Mike. I had a friend, this. Every friend, we went and saw it every few days. Because it's just so damn funny. I mean, so damn funny. And then it caught on and just went on from there.
How do you get the beans above the frank? Oh, man. I never saw that movie. I moved here and I had a maintenance job. So it was like real slow. And we worked on all these different vacation houses and they had movies in the houses. And for some reason, we had a VCR we were working on. We pulled out the tape and there's something about Mary. And the guy I'm working with, he's like, oh my God, this is one of the greatest movies. Have you ever seen it? I'm like, nah, I've never seen it. He's like, dude. He was like my senior guy. He's like, dude, you got to sit down and watch this movie right now. I'm like, dude, we're on the clock. I can't like sit here and watch a movie. He's like, no, I'll take care of anything you have to do. You got to watch this movie. And I'm like, you're crazy. I'm not just sitting here and watching a movie. That's not my work ethic. And he's like, no, I'm higher up than you. Sit here. That's your job. You have to sit here and watch this movie. And I'm like, okay. Halfway through, I'm like, oh my God, I don't care if I get fired. I was just busting a gut. I'm like, this is the greatest movie. We ended up watching that like 37 times that winter.
Puffer, go towards the light.
Have you seen my baseball? Hey, buddy, they don't call it baseball. They call it, have you seen my wiener? What did you say? Oh, yeah, don't get me started on Half-Baked, man. They killed Killer B. The guy, did you kill my dog? I don't know why, but somehow I believe him, yo. Or, I'm taking your friend with me, your Mexican friend. No, I'm Cuban, B. Yes, Cuban B. Oh man, so many good quotes.
And then now you look at it, what do you got for movies these days? SH, the asterisk, whatever, just delete, just bleep it out. Crap. All they're doing is coming out with the same damn movies that we watched when we were kids because they can't even think of anything. Same thing with music. Write your own damn song. Crap. How hard is it? I mean, is it that damn hard? You can't think of anything but somebody from the 80s or 90s song?
Jared's in the house.
What's up, Jared? We're quoting 90s movies.
Yes.
There's something about Mary, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. There's something about Mary, Friday. Up in Smoke. Jeez,
Oh,
man.
God. There you go, man.
That's false advertising, man.
Don't get me started on Cheech and Chong.
Oh, man. Oh, what was it? Who's this? Oh, dang it. It was Sergeant Stadenko, but what was it? Hard Hat. Hard Ass? No, Hard Hat. Hard Ass?
Hey, Lord ass.
Lord Ass. That was it. Damn.
I think we're parked.
Oh, yeah. I think we're parked, man. Or, yeah, I got a joint in my pocket. Like, man, that's a toothpick. No, man, that's not a toothpick. Oh, wait. I mean, it is a toothpick. Here, I got this. It's, what is it? It's half Maui Wowie and half Labrador. What do you mean half Labrador? Well, my dog ate my stash. I had to follow him around for a week. Totally blew the dog's mind.
They played one of the best songs at the end, Earache in My Eye.
What was the... I can't remember the one. It was the one with Pee Wee Herman. I think it was not Up in Smoke, but it was...
Next movie.
Next one? No, next movie. We're at the very end. He did the magic
Red.
trick. Turns the glass into a...
Cheech. No, I'm his buddy Chong, man. Oh hell, I didn't know that this damn thing was going to be $200 a day. I thought it was $200 a week. They'd go and say I need to get all this stuff, and I had to pay him all this stuff. Now I got this stuff. Anyways, sorry.
Was that the one where at the end he did the magic trick where he's like, I'm going to turn this glass into a piece of fruit?
Yeah, but then Chong just says, I'm going to make this. I'm going rambling. Oh my God. I like Things Are Tough All Over. If you've never seen that one, that's a crazy one. People didn't see that was one of their last one, the later ones. But that's when they were in the car wash. They had the car wash and they took the car and then had to go for the Arabs and go and do the limo and all that other stuff. And that one's funny. Old timey man. And then the little thing when they're walking through the desert or whatever. But I can't go and say a lot of these lines because there's too much cursing.
How people can remember the quotes like this from movies, I will never know.
I've watched a lot of movies in my life. And
I have over 1,000 on my rack right now. 1,000 DVDs in my rack right now, but I can't remember lines like that.
See, the thing is that also my friends are just like how Rev is. That's what we do. I mean, we'll go and watch stuff and we'll quote crap all the time. Do road trips, whatever that's all we do. And it's just something you kind of just don't forget. So, yeah, Super Troopers, Spaceballs. I mean, hell,
They went to ludicrous speed.
Oh my God, it went plaid.
Huh?
It went plaid.
Yep. Roger that, Roger. What's your Victor? Victor. Yeah. Roger. What? No, Roger. Yeah, what?
So what were you doing, meow? Meow? Huh? You know how fast you were going, meow? Meow? What? Did you say something, meow? I'm going for the record. How many times I can say meow? Oh, what is it? Anyway, that's another classic. Drinking the maple syrup. There's no way in hell I could drink that much maple syrup, just chug it like that. But you know, yeah, Airplane. There's so many good movies. Of course, none are out today because I don't even think people could probably name 5 movies that are out right now.
I know I can't. I don't watch TV and I don't go to the movie theater.
I'm talking about movies. Nobody knows what's in the movie at the movie theater because it sucks.
Yeah, Van Damme and Seagal in the 90s too. Yep.
Oh yes, I've watched all the Van Damme and Steven Seagal movies. Those are all classic.
Let's be Pyro's in the house. Hey, Pyro.
Hey Pyro. Yeah, Lionheart was pretty decent. I like that one. But I mean, of course, I still got to go with Bloodsport a Kickboxer for Van Damme. Steven Seagal, Out for Justice.
What's the code? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, that's the same code I got on my luggage.
Yeah.
And with these, Susie, I haven't been to a movie since. I think the last time I went was in like 2002 to a movie theater.
To be honest, for movies, if I go to the movie theater, the only time I go see, I mean, things I go see are going to be the Marvel or Star Wars, mainly Star Wars. That's the only time I go to the movie theater. So any of the comics, DC Comics, Marvel, Star Wars, that's pretty much what I go to the movies for.
The last movie I saw, or no, the next to the last movie I saw was The Cell with Jennifer Lopez. And to be perfectly honest, wasn't really a good movie. The trailer was way better. But no, the last movie I actually went to see was episode 1. And I was so disappointed, I quit watching movies in the theater altogether.
Oh, man. Episode 1 was pretty good. I liked it.
I didn't like episode 1. 2 was good. 3 was the best. Well, I shouldn't say the best. 4, 5, and 6 were the best. Probably in that order, but 3 was right after that.
Yeah. And the only thing that ruined the new series was Jar Jar.
Oh, I hated Jar Jar Binks.
Everybody hated Jar Jar.
Oh, and dang it, I just forgot it. Oh, I just had a good quotable movie.
You think on it. I'll be right back.
What's better, Men in Tights or Spaceballs? I think I like Spaceballs better.
I can't remember. It's funny. I have Spaceballs sitting on my backseat of my truck right now. I don't ever remember watching either, or I remember watching Men in Tights, but I don't like any of those movies. Like all those ones, wasn't, I don't know, Men in Tights, that was a Mel Blanc movie, wasn't it? Or not Mel Blanc, Mel Brooks.
Yep.
No, I'm thinking of, I forget what English director. Susie, everybody says or what, Chad said it first? Yeah, Big Lebowski. Everybody tells me that movie's great. By the way, one of my favorite comedians is in there. I had no clue because I've only watched it one time, wasn't impressed, and never watched it again. I think I even have it. But Dom Irrera is in that movie. I have no clue what part he plays. I heard comedians talking about it today, and they were like, oh, yeah, Dom Irrera. He's the guy that played John Goodman, right? Because they both kind of look the same, but Dom Irrera was also in The Sopranos. What's up, Pyro? I always liked John Goodman, though. I've always thought he's a great actor. By the way, hey, Roseanne's back on. I haven't watched it or anything, but everybody that I've heard from says it is awesome. Oh, and remakes that I was always a gigantic Dukes of Hazzard fan way back in the day, and when they came out with the new remake with Johnny Knoxville and I can't remember his name, Stifler, I was like, oh man, this movie's gonna suck. And Jessica Simpson, that was actually a half decent remake. I kind of wish they didn't remake it, but that was actually half decent.
I'm an ordained minister in the Church of the Dude.
I was gonna quote The Jerk. I can quote that all day long, but that's not the movie I was thinking of. It was still can't remember. Maybe someone mentioned it.
John William Scott.
Wait, Van Damme was in a Friends episode? Oh wait, I do remember that. Oh wait, no, he played himself in Friends, didn't he? I remember that. Never saw Pacific Rim.
So many cars killed for that movie. The Jerry laughing my backside off. The cans! He hates cans! He hates the cans. That's Steve Martin movie.
Man, I mean, I like a bunch of Steve Martin movies. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Man with Two
where
Brains.
we're going.
Man with Two Brains.
Yeah, the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. How does he know where we're going?
Parenthood.
Yeah, The Jerk is
The
one
Jerk,
of my
of course,
all-time.
the older movies, yeah, of course, The Jerk.
That's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Well, stupid. All I need is this lamp and this ashtray, and I forget what the third item was.
Super Troopers, Austin Powers.
Got a lot of tickets. Watching. Learn to try watching the Two Boys. Yeah. Russ is in the house.
All I need is this lamp and this paddleball game and this remote control. But that's it. I don't need anything else. I don't need you or anyone else except this chair.
Wasn't the last thing he grabbed as he was going out an ashtray?
Yup. Yeah, he didn't even smoke.
Yeah.
I love that where he's like, look at this ad. I don't have a magazine, but look at this ad. And he has that drink in his hand. He's just like, be somebody or be someone. What's up, Russ? Bowfinger. Wait, I always get it mixed up. Which one was Bowfinger? Bowfinger was the one where it's Eddie Murphy and Steve Martin Martin's the director, and Eddie Murphy's the famous actor that he gets to play in the movie. That's a great movie. Yeah, if that's Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy, that's a great movie, man. With I can't remember her name, but like the older actress, the one who plays the older washed up actress. I love that lady. He has that like real annoying, like I know everything kind of voice. Yeah, Steve Martin runs a failing movie company and they have to make a good movie. And at the very end, it's like, damn you, aliens! I love that movie. Three Amigos, I don't really remember.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what about Spies Like Us? That was great. That was what, Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase, where they have like the really crappy spies to distract from the real spies.
Yep. And they end up saving the day in the end.
Yeah, I was on Broadway.
Yeah, all the Beverly Hills Cops movies, they were pretty good.
Oh, absolutely. All the old Eddie Murphy movies. I mean, Bowfinger was good too, but all like the 80s Eddie Murphy movies, gold, man. Well, what about like all the Richard Pryor movies? The Toy, Trading Places. Oh, Trading Places, one of my all-time favorite. Coming to America, absolutely.
Yeah, that's Eddie Murphy.
No, Heather Graham wasn't the washed-up actress. She was like the new actress that was sleeping her way to the top. What? You're the director? Oh, you're the producer?
Yeah, the Golden Child. I like the Golden Child a lot. Hey, Monty. Yeah, actually, Eddie Murphy before he did what was it, Daddy Daycare, or he started doing the cartoons. Everything was funny. Then he just, when he did Shrek, everything he just changed his direction. So
Which I didn't like it, but I'll give Shrek the first one. I'll give that some props because that was okay. That was like the one of the first cartoon movies where wasn't exactly my cup of tea, but it had its funny moments. But the second one and on, no way. But I don't really like, I know Charles does, but I don't really like cartoons. I do when they're funny, like South Park, absolutely. Simpsons, absolutely. Love them. But any Disney movie, absolutely not. I don't care. Any, what's that other crappy ass company that came after there?
Pixar, DreamWorks.
Yeah, that crap. Don't want to see any of them. I've never watched a Disney movie.
You ever seen How to Train Your Dragon?
Nope.
I mean, that's a good show. I like that
Nah,
one.
I've never been into those. I don't like anthropomorphized movies where it's like Shrek falls into that category too, but I kind of gave it leeway. But I don't like it when they give animals voices and oh, they're like a human, but they're smarter and they're gonna teach us about global warming or like stuff like that because humans are stupid. I don't like any kind of weird movies like that. They just bug me. Because actually go out there in the wild and know like a bear is not going to get along with like a pig. The bear is going to eat the pig. Claymation, I'd be more willing to watch that, but I'm not really into claymation either. But
I used to watch Robot Chicken all the time.
never
Yep,
seen
Laurel.
I've never seen Robot Chicken. I've never seen
You need to
Chicken
go back
Run.
and watch a few episodes of Robot Chicken.
Yeah, and Moral Oral was Outfamation too.
And I've never heard Rick and Morty. I've never seen that either. I hear a lot of people talking about that. But there was something, I believe it was put out by Disney. I watched it with my nephew, and that was actually kind of funny. I can't remember what it was.
The last Star Wars movie?
No, but they had a Star Wars type episode, but they didn't call it Star Wars, which is weird because Disney owns Star Wars, and this was put out by Disney, but they didn't actually call it Star Wars.
It was in the Clone Wars, wasn't it?
I don't remember what it's
Yeah, the
called.
cartoon series of the Clone Wars.
It had like a goofy professor guy that was always doing things, and there was like a bunch of kids, and geez, man, thanks Russ, made me feel old. I remember that original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah.
I saw that in the theaters. I was never a fan of Family Guy either. They did have some really funny episodes, but it's kind of like Mad TV. Never a fan of Mad TV. It's well, same
That
as
was the one
Saturday
I
Night
always
Live.
enjoyed.
And my favorite Family Guy is when what's the dog's name?
Brian.
Brian with when they're just watching the girls with two cup, the girls with two cup, or whatever the hell that thing was called.
Two
Back,
Girls, One Cup.
yeah, girls, yeah, whatever the hell it was. I forgot. It's been so damn long.
Do not Google that.
Yeah, two girls, one cup. That's what it was. That episode I liked really a lot, but I didn't watch much Family Guy.
Exactly. Mad Magazine was way better than the TV. Exactly. I never liked TV. But I like Saturday Night Live, but only like 70s, 80s, and like halfway through the 90s. Like once Adam Sandler and, well, even after Adam Sandler was there, but after like Kevin Nealon once he was gone. What the heck am I trying to say? He's always really smug, uh, really, really funny. Norm Macdonald. Like once all those guys were off of it, it just went downhill.
Yeah. That and Chris, what was his name? Big guy, Chris. Chris. The one was the bus driver and
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Chris Farley. I've got the best of Chris Farley on Saturday Night
Be
Live.
right back.
Looking back on a lot of it, like a lot of it, it was time sensitive. At the time, it was great, like that. I'm El Nino, which is Spanish for the Nino. Like it was funny at the time, but you look back at it and it's like, not that much. And that's who I was looking for, Susie. Monty Python. I
Oh, yeah.
really didn't like Monty Python.
You don't?
No.
Oh man.
It was too much like yakety sax for me. I don't like when they play yakety sax and run around and like chase each other, and that's like British humor that I just don't get.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
That one was okay.
Brian.
I don't think I like The Life of Brian, but to be perfectly honest, I'll give it credit because I can't remember it.
Life of Brian was pretty good.
But I do remember I liked The Holy Grail or the History of the World Part 1.
Oh yeah.
Which I was disappointed that there wasn't a History of the World Part 2. Yeah, and I never liked Benny Hill. But a lot of Monty Python reminded me of Benny Hill, though. Thank you. Monty Python is dumb. Right on, Jared. Live at the Hollywood Bowl. I don't remember that at all. What was Freaky out of here? Later on, Freaky. I didn't see you leaving. Rolf the Dog. That was from Spaceballs, wasn't it? John Lovett. Remember him in The Critic? I like that cartoon. That was pretty funny. Hated it. I liked Mr. Bean. I don't know why, but maybe it was the time period and the drugs we were doing, but I like Mr. Bean. I love Russ. Absolutely. I love Always Sunny. That's one of my absolute favorite shows. Everybody on there is hilarious. Especially, I said it a couple live streams ago and I was wrong. I'm going to be wrong again. Yeah, Dennis. When they call up Dennis and they're like, hey, Dennis, I have a question. What are you listening to? Oh, yeah, Rick Isley. He's listening to that Rick Roll song. Never gonna give you up, gonna let you down, gonna run around and hurt you.
What I like John Lovett in was crap. Drawing a blank right now. City Slickers. They're like when he's like, why don't you say the line? He's like, who gave the order? It was the Rosado brothers. You know when he does the Godfather, like verbatim. Remember that John Lovett, City Slickers, when he's doing Godfather lines. Anyway, yeah, Rat Race is crazy. Yeah, that's another one because when they go to the museum or whatever, and then they go and take Hitler's Mercedes, and then they go through all those things, and he has a mustache, and everybody looking at him going down the street.
Yeah, I watched that once, and I don't know. I don't think I paid attention to the movie at all. There wasn't like Seth Green in there, and yeah, there was a bunch of different people in there.
Yeah.
Later, JT.
Later, JT.
Man, still trying to remember what the heck that movie was I was trying to think of.
Was seeing Half Baked, Pineapple Express. And I watched Forgetting Sarah Marshall the other night. I haven't seen that in a while.
Oh, that is so great, man.
What's your name? It's Chuck. What do they call you? Your name. It's Ryan for Chuck.
Yeah, that's so cool. Where'd they get that from? Oh, that's Hawaiian for that. I love it. He's like, yeah, what time is it? I don't know, man. When I moved here, I stopped wearing a watch. Oh, man, that is so cool. Yeah, because my phone, it's like got a clock right on it.
See you
Or,
later.
Later, Chad.
Later, Chad. We're getting a report of a woman crying up there. Yeah, I hear too. I'm pretty sure she's on the floor above me. You're on the top floor. Okay, yeah, I'll quiet it down.
Mila Kunis is in the water trying to get him to jump. He's like, I can see your hoo-ha.
I forget that dude's name, but I love that guy. He's great in everything. He was great in How I Met Your Mother and Knocked Up. So, did somebody remember to turn the gas off? Hang on, I'll be right back. He's all naked out there just covering up his junk. Nah, not Russell Brand, the other dude. Russell Brand was the I've been sober for 12 years. That's what this tattoo denotes.
Yes. And then when Kristen Bell was like, oh yeah, I just know. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit. This whole thing is just bullshit. Oh, I love that show.
Yeah, and that was Jason Segels who I was thinking of. Which I love that movie, Knocked Up. My sister was pregnant when it came out, and I'm like, "Oh, you got to watch this movie," because I was listening to her talk about all this pregnancy stuff and everything, and all the same crap was right in that movie, and I'm like, "Oh, you got to watch this movie. It's so funny. Like, it's serious because it's all the actual stuff, but it's funny because they're making fun of it." And to this day, I'm pretty sure she's never watched it, even though I have it on DVD, and I gave it to her like 3 times, and she's given it back, and I don't think she's ever watched it.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I know, it's a funny movie.
Never seen it.
Exactly. That was my point. I can't believe you haven't seen so many funny movies.
I'm not an Adam Sandler fan. I can't stand him.
No, we're talking like across the board funny movies.
Yeah, I know, but Man with Two Brains, I've seen that, and The Jerk, I've seen that, and the Up in Smoke, I've seen that.
But there's something about Mary.
No.
And No Friday.
No.
What about There's Something About Mary? See, that's what I was talking about. Like, you missed out on a lot of good comedies. We're not talking like just Adam. We're not talking about like just Adam Sandler, because if you don't like Adam Sandler humor, then I get it. Like, I get it if you don't want to watch Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, stuff like that, The Water Boy. I get that, because that is kind of like you could make the argument that it's kind of like a dumbed down humor. But I don't know. At the time it came out, that's exactly where my humor was.
Like I say, just not a fan.
Oh, well, I didn't think of what I was thinking of, but what about Idiocracy? That's another great movie.
Oh yeah.
I don't talk like that. Oh man, I thought there was two of you out here. No, or yeah, please enter your name as it says on your document 42714. Well, I'm not sure. You said your name is not sure. No, 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 no. I'm not sure. Right, not sure.
Okay.
You didn't see Idiocracy either?
It's been a long while since I have, but yeah, we discussed this before. I've seen it, but I don't remember all of it.
Okay. As long as you've seen it, I'm happy. That's
I went
one of the
looking for it on
greatest
Netflix.
movies.
I went looking for it on Netflix a couple weeks ago, and they'd taken it off.
Oh yeah, that movie came out and it was so accurate as to where our country's going that they pulled it out of the theaters and went straight to DVD immediately, and it became a cult classic.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors.
And
Yeah.
it's all about like all the smart people, holding out and not procreating, and all the dumb people just procreating over and over and over and over and over again, and the world just becomes overrun with dumb people. And yeah, I think it's like the year 2450 or something like that, and there's no smart people, and like an average guy from today got moved into time all the way into the future, and now he's the world's smartest person. Hey, I don't know, just put water on the crops. Water? You mean like out the toilet? I'm no genius, but I never seen no plants growing out no toilet. What Brondo's what plants crave. It's got electrolytes. Do you even know what electrolytes are? It's what plants crave. Eventually, Joe told them that he could talk to the plants, and the plants told them that they wanted water. And I can't remember her name, but the hooker became the first lady. Look, Upgrade don't care where the time machine is, here, there. He's going to find a way, and he's going to come and find a way to get his money. Carl's Jr. has found that you are an unfit mother. Your children have now been confiscated by Carl's Jr. And none of those were the movies I was thinking of. There was another one that I was like, man, everybody can quote that movie.
You're gonna have to narrow it down a little bit.
I believe I watched Major Payne. Adam said Major Payne. I believe I saw that.
That was all right.
Hey, Adam. I don't think I said hey to you. We've been all caught up in movie quotes tonight.
It's just a Buckaroo Banzai. Yeah, I remember that one.
That kind of rings a bell, but no.
Yep, I remember that one too.
Oh, I feel weird. Rob remembers that one. I don't.
I think I actually have that one on DVD. Pretty good. Ah, feed me. Oh, The Princess Bride.
Or
As you wish. As he's rolling down the hill.
Hey, Kyle.
Yep, hey, Kyle. Mallrats was another good
oh,
movie.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy. Clerks 2, one of the best sequels ever made. Yeah, I haven't even touched on Will Ferrell. I did not like Little Shop of Horrors, but they had a lot of musicals in them, and I don't like any movie that has musicals in them.
if it goes too far, I'm the same way. That's the same way with me for cartoons. Like I'll never watch Frozen all the way through. I can't watch Frozen. Too much singing crap.
Well, I demote the South Park movie. I demote the Simpsons movie. I like both of them, but I demote both of their movies because they got stupid musicals in the middle of them. Like, what the heck? Just have an awesome, cartoon full length movie. Why do you have to like bust out into song and like have this stupid song going on in the middle?
The History of the World Part 1, doesn't that have a bunch of musical type things in it?
Probably why I only watched it like once or twice.
Yeah, it does.
I don't like anything that had. I mean, that just seems like so 1920. Like you go watch a play, and in the middle of the play, they're like, "And now we're gonna have a musical act." It's like, why? Like you're in the middle of like something really good. The only musical thing that I ever liked was Best Little Whorehouse in Texas with Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton. I just let it slide with that one because that was just kind of funny for its time. You watch it now, and it's probably like the worst movie ever, but
I like Wizard of Oz.
I hate The Wizard of Oz. I saw a picture of Judy Garland today, and I'm like, wow, is she ugly? Like, she is so freaking ugly. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, wow, she's kind of hot, maybe. But then I looked at it again today, and I'm like, nope, not at all. She looks like a man. That she has that stupid little dog.
Toto.
Yeah, heck with that dog. I like the Lion and the Tin Man and the Scarecrow, but not a fan of, yeah. Ugh.
Susie was saying about Let It Go. If I didn't hear everybody, every kid sing and everything that was made in that time period have Let It Go in it, I would probably maybe like it. But I just can't. There's just so they just play that so much. Let It Go. Everywhere you went, kids are, Let It Go, Let It Go, just singing it constantly. And there's all those covers and stuff. I'm like, man, I can't take this anymore.
I don't know what that
Frozen.
is.
For Frozen.
Oh, I don't know what that is, and I'm thinking this is the same thing, but same thing with that something about making a snowman freaking song. I never watched the movie, and because so many people said that, I will never watch that movie. What is it? Do you want to make a snowman? No, I don't. Quit singing that stupid thing.
My boyfriend's kids like it. It makes me want to kill myself. My kids sang it for months.
Oh, it's everywhere. Constantly, let it go, let it go. But I can't sing, but that thing, oh,
Yeah, Jillian said I watched a ton of musicals knowing that they were musicals, but it pissed me off when a TV show does it like Drew Carey. Absolutely. I love the Drew Carey show. It was one of my absolute favorite shows, except for when they had a musical number. Just drove me absolutely nuts. Luckily, I had it on DVR at that point, and I would just fast forward through the musical crap. I hated that stuff where they do that stupid, the heck's that stupid, uh, what's that stupid freaking musical that everybody likes to dress up and go watch? Rocky Horror Picture Show. They had that whole musical thing going on.
you never did that?
I've never even seen that. It's a musical. I don't like musicals.
A midnight showing at the theater. Okay,
Never seen it.
I'm just asking. I mean, because it is kind of fun, and when everybody kind of gets into that thing, even though it is kind of silly, but it's kind of cool just to everybody doing the same thing. Anyway,
But
I don't know. It's just a musical. I just never liked musicals. So.
yeah.
But the Rocky Horror Picture Show is an experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like musicals either, but that movie kept me going.
I've never seen it. My friends all told me like, "Oh, you'll love it." And the very first time they busted out in song and dance, I'm like, "I'm out." Just got up and walked out. I was like, "No, I'm not watching this crap." But that being said, I probably made them watch Best Little Horror House in Texas, and that's like musical the whole way through too.
And my son just got into Monsters Inc. Dig that one. Yeah, I like monsters.
Good old Sully.
Never seen it.
My local Alamo Draft House is showing the original Mortal Kombat tomorrow with props. Hope
You
we
mean
can.
the famous Alamo Draft House?
Yeah, they closed, I think, most of our locations.
Oh, I thought there was only one. I thought there was only
Oh,
one in Austin.
they went chain wide. They're all over. I've been to the original one, but they kind of went all over. But I can't remember if we have ours up there or not. But
Have fun, Susie.
there's so many theaters that do that now. I mean, used to nobody sold alcohol and pretty decent food while you're watching a movie. Now, pretty much everybody does.
Later on, Susie, tell your friends we all said hey, and then quote a bunch of movies and say we told you to tell them that.
I don't know. Let me look and see if they still have them here. I did go a couple years ago, but that's the last time. But they do have the beers that I like. I like 512 pecan porter. So as long as they keep that on draft, I'm cool.
Sell beer in a movie theater?
Oh, sure. That's the only way I go. And
They
that,
don't do that here.
well, I know that a lot that I had coworkers who worked at those theaters before, and the biggest alcohol sales are kids movies because most of the parents want wine and alcoholic beverage to get through what we were just talking about, the singing and a cartoon and whatever else. They're like, man, I gotta have alcohol, but those are the highest sellers of alcohol, the kids movies.
Jesus, Susie.
Jesus. Let's see if we still have them here. Yeah, we have Studio Movie Grill. Um, we did have Alamo. A lot of the AMC's now are selling alcohol. So there's quite a few movie theaters that have, Movie Tavern, uh, Star Cinema. So we have all those that are around here. They all have alcohol. So that's the way to go. Plus, you reserve your seat. You basically have your own little like couch area with the big, comfy recliners and stuff. So you have a little table so you can get some food or whatever, but always having alcohol with it. So,
Movie theaters here don't have that.
maybe you should. And it's awesome.
Across the border in Juarez, Mexico, the theaters are like high-end restaurants. Waiters attend to you, big leather recliners, gourmet food. Probably big price tickets on the tickets, yeah, or big price tickets.
Yeah, but I
Russ, yeah,
heard
they still have three locations here, but they closed a lot of the ones that I used to go to. They're kind of a pretty good distance away from me now, but yeah, still have three of them. Maybe I should go so I can get my 512.
But I've never been Russ, but I've heard that in Juarez it's kind of rough. I guess it's all probably like same thing with any kind of city. Like Chicago's kind of rough. Well, you go to the right part of the city, it's not that rough. But I heard that Juarez is pretty rough with like gang,
Yeah,
violence and stuff
you ain't
like that.
catching me. I ain't going to see Dad Juarez. Hell with that.
That's just what I've heard. I've never been there, so I have no clue.
Yep, I'll pass.
I don't know if it's okay, then I. Oh, it is okay. Well,
Yeah.
Darn. I was gonna say if it's like only certain parts of town that are bad, and the part he's talking about with the plush, big leather recliners and stuff, then I'm down with that. But if it is, that sucks. I don't know. Heck with it. I'm still in. Let's go for it. Let's take a chance. What's the worst that's gonna happen? I'm not here for the next live stream. Take your chances in life. I'm not getting out alive anyway.
It was crazy for a couple of years. El Paso is the safest city in America, and we are next to the deadliest city in the world.
Which is Juarez.
Yeah.
But if they got big leather recliners and gourmet food and waiters and restaurants that attend to you, I don't know. It might be worth a chance, man. That sounds much better than America.
You can come
we
in.
got like, hey, you're not going to get shot. Well, for the most part, you got like a 99.999% chance of not getting shot in a theater in America. But I don't know. That might be worth it to go down there and watch a movie.
Don't worry, we have that same experience here, so you don't have to cross the border.
Well, yeah. I mean, the odds are probably better that it won't happen over here, but I don't know if they got like leather recliners and stuff. I don't know. And it's cheap. Yeah.
Well, hell, we have it here too. Like I said, you don't have to buy the food. I mean, the movie ticket's a lot. It's usually cheaper than say AMC, unless you go matinee or whatever. But because they want you to buy the food or get the alcohol.
Yeah, and like Russ said, you go to Juarez with $100, you have the night of your life. Well, if you have $100 here where I live and you go out, like you might be able to get a really good steak dinner and like a beer and maybe half the cab ride home. I don't know. Maybe Juarez is looking pretty up and up.
Once you go to Juarez, and then you just go experience that for yourself.
Yeah, well, what's that movie? I never gamble with my money, only with my life. Maybe that would be the experience you're looking for. Just take $100 with you. You're not gambling with your money, only with your life.
Well, you can find out for us.
I'll do it.
Go for it.
Blog the whole thing too.
Well, yeah, blog, whatever you want to do.
We're here in Juarez, Mexico. We're having a blast. Like gunshots ring off in the background. Don't worry, they're not for me.
No, Pepperheads, PLC members, get me the hell out of here. Ow. Dave, where are you? I went astray. Get me the hell out of here. I want to go back. I want to go back to the east.
Thank God Trump didn't build his wall. We're crossing the border. Woo! I used to heard, Russ said he used to go, at 16. Jeez, man, with Julian. I've heard the same thing from everybody in like, dang it. Was it San Diego? Which one's the lower city? San Diego? Yeah, San Francisco up high, LA, San Diego. Going down to
Chula Vista.
No, Tijuana.
I know, but you go near Chula Vista after San Diego.
Oh, I was 4 the last time I was in California, so. I don't remember most of it, Russ. Me neither, Julian. Exactly. That's a good night there. That and you don't wake up in a Mexican jail? A-okay. That's a great night. Barnyard Chicken hasn't been in movies in 30 years. I haven't been there in, I think, 17 or something like that. I'm kind of thinking, I guess Russ was talking about movies, but he said $100 and you have the time of your life. I'm pretty sure he's not talking about spending that whole $100 on a movie.
Yeah, I doubt it either.
Ouch. Russ went to Mexico and woke up in a U.S. hospital. At least it was a U.S. hospital. Oh, sweet. See, that's how you make it out with $100, man. You have a good night. You're put in a paddy wagon. You slip a $5 bill or a gold chain. And you're solid.
Yeah, I still don't want to go through all that. I'll pass.
Ah, crap. Hold on, I gotta go mute again. As my dog notices, and here she does.
Ah, how did we ever get on to movies? And I'm surprised it lasted this long.
It's only been 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours out of, well, almost 2 hours because we started at uh, 4 minutes short of 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
But who was it? It was somebody made the mention of, we had that up here too. Uh, we have, yeah, in Canada, we have high tech igloos or something like that.
Right. Well, we started with the Bambi and the deer jerky. So we did that for a good, solid 30 minutes, you say? Then we moved on to movies, movie quotes.
That says, older and wiser guys, haha, all in good fun. Please don't think less of me.
I don't,
Did you think less of them?
I don't. I look up to you. You're one of the fastest wing eaters I've ever seen.
Yeah. No, we ain't gonna think less of you, Russ. Or Julian either. Rob, man, I miss your voice. Where have you been? Just listening to these guys talk about movies and movie quotes of movies I've never seen, so that's about it.
You can hear him now, so he's gonna take over the mic and start talking about a different subject.
I don't know. Is my mic too low today?
Oh, the boom mic? Yeah, it is. You
Should I
need, to
push it back up like half an inch?
you need to get that out of the field of view, sir.
I could bring it down to here, and well, it's not gonna tick off somebody, but
Pick up anybody. I don't care what you do, as long as we can hear you.
I could get up close and talk really deep.
Right?
Not really gonna do that. Ah. I'm 2 episodes behind on your channel. Are you talking to me or who are you talking to? Okay. On a pepper topic, my Dragon Cayenne has a big white flower. Is that a problem?
Flowers are good.
But it depends on how tall this or how big this plant is. If it's still under a foot tall, then yeah, pluck it. But the Dragon Cayennes are generally a smaller plant for the most part. So if it's really small, pluck it. But if it's over a foot tall, let it go. We get just a small pepper out of it. And I've gotten, mine's only like 14 inches tall, and I've already gotten like 8 or 10 peppers off it. So yeah, not a problem. Let it go. Give it a good shake or a good rub in the center of it. Pollinate it.
He was listening to us earlier. We were talking about Frozen. You know the song "Let It Go" from Frozen. You keep saying "Let it go" now. Let it go. Let it go.
I never saw Frozen, so I have no
You
idea.
can't let it go. That's the main song out of that movie. If it's not 12 this big, let it go. Let it go. It's all that subliminal messaging you heard earlier from when we were talking about movies.
Okay.
I usually just chop it. Like I said, if I ain't gonna take the plant out, I just chop it, the whole thing, from where all the stuff was until I'm ready to go outside. If it's about ready to go outside, then like Rob said, just let it be and keep going with it.
Yeah, because my cayenne has been growing mind you, aphid issue and everything else, and having to cut it back. But my plants are coming up on a year old, and if it wants to put out a flower, I let it, and I get the peppers off, and I eat them. Yeah. Oh, the microphone thing is off, so Rev is back. My jalapenos finally sprouted. 3 of them. Late bloomers. Cool.
Cool.
I still haven't grown a jalapeno or habanero.
Get a sriracha factory pepper that's done. Actually, I probably need to go get that thing. Here, let me go get it. I'm gonna go pick it real quick.
Pick it real quick. Huh. So, looks like both of them are muted, so you got me. So, alright. I'm 2 episodes behind on your channel, says Julian, and I think I said talking to me, yes, and well, that's cool. If you're following the Minecraft ones, the one that I posted this morning is kind of interesting at the end. At least I think so. Fighting blazes. What exactly is a sriracha factory pepper?
Jalapeno. But
But-
they let it go red, which is what jalapenos do whenever they're actually ripe.
Okay, so what's the difference between a sriracha and a sriracha factory pepper? Unless it's a seed that the factory uses for making sriracha.
I don't know. That's just their strain of jalapeno, I guess. Ask Charles. He probably knows better than I do.
Yeah, this is sriracha factory pepper. So it's pretty good size.
But isn't it just a jalapeno?
It's jalapeno, but it's just their strain or whatever they use from the factory. They take forever to ripen red.
Same as a jalapeno.
Yeah. But anyway, pretty good size.
Which I learned that from JT, who told me that jalapenos actually, whenever they're ripe, actually are red.
Mhm.
But most jalapenos are picked whenever they're green.
Yeah.
Which, I'll be perfectly honest, I like them better when they're green.
And I got the seeds from Aaron. So thanks, Aaron. He went and did the trip with a bunch of people to get the seeds and everything else.
Oh, wait, there we go. We got Aaron in the chat. Ask Aaron. Aaron should know better than all of us. What
Well, like
is
you
a
said, they got 'em from
sriracha? What is a sriracha pepper? Is it just a jalapeno, or is it their specific strain of jalapeno that turns red quicker? Or
well, like you said, you get the seeds from the sriracha factory, so maybe it
yeah,
is.
he's been to the sriracha factory, so I'm sure he knows better than all of us.
Yeah. It's a good looking pod though. So
Yeah, I've just always heard that jalapenos turn red when they're actually ripe, but most people pick them when they're green.
Yeah, it's like green pepper or green bell versus yellow, red, and orange. The green ones are the yellow, red, and orange before they turn yellow, red, and orange.
I've heard that, but I've also heard a lot of people say that that's not true. I don't know because I've never grown a bell.
I grew chocolate last year. They're red inside. They taste pretty good actually. But it's a chocolate bell with the red means red inside. So
All right, so that's their sriracha peppers, their specific strain that they've developed over 25 years. So it's pretty much a jalapeno, but it's their specific strain. So they, bred it to whatever genetic specifications that they want.
Sriracha strain number 2485.3. The new year.
Ah, nice. There you go. Meatier than a normal jalapeno.
So then maybe Charles should do a taste test on it, cut it open, and see what it looks like. See if the walls are thicker on it.
We can do that. Let me go wash it off real quick.
Funny how Rob's always the first one to say that someone should eat a pepper whenever he doesn't have any peppers in the house.
He's got it in his hand. Showed us. You know, it's right there. He just picked it. So
Maybe
why not?
I don't know. I'm just saying maybe he didn't feel like eating a pepper, but
And
you want to wash it off. So maybe...
I didn't tell him to do it. I said, well, I suggested it.
No, you're always suggesting that on everybody. Like, oh, what? You got something hot? Maybe you should eat it. And you're always
yeah, but you do the same thing.
Like, oh, why are you giving me crap about? I have something hot. I should eat it. You know, like when you get some Crimson Blaze jerky, and we're like, eat the whole bag, and you're like, oh no, I'm gonna take it to work and make other people suffer.
Yeah, but see, you guys have better heat tolerance than I do, so.
No, you keep saying that. I refuse to believe that there is a heat tolerance effect here. After you ate the chocolate bootla, I think that all went out the window. I don't think there's a heat tolerance effect here. I think it's more of a don't give a crap tolerance. Like,
no,
I don't give a crap how much tolerance I have. I'm going to eat said product.
Yeah, that chocolate bootleg doesn't count. Because that was just absolute pure pain. There wasn't heat on that at all.
Yeah, well, that's what a lot of hot things are. You just kind of have to block that out of your mind and just eat it.
Yeah, that doesn't work for me.
Sure it does.
It worked for Weird Al.
And if it works for Weird Al, it'll work for Weird Rob.
Let's see what this looks like inside. It looks like this. Kind of like a thick walled jalapeno.
It does look a little on the thicker side, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised for the low number of seeds, though.
Well, this one has a pretty good cluster here.
Yeah, but it still doesn't look like a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Like the Rick Gusano, I mean, it's just packed.
I mean, that could be also because it's indoor. I don't know. Yeah, that's what he said. Outside they grow larger. I mean, that's probably what it is.
There you go, people. Give them some encouragement in the chat.
Who encouragement?
You.
About what?
That pepper.
About how it looks or what?
About you eating it.
I don't care. I'll eat it. I don't care.
Well, I know you will. I was just saying, everybody, give them encouragement.
I'm just trying to get the seeds.
You can do it, Charles. You can do it, Charles.
Get the seeds?
No, eat it. You can do it.
By the way, I don't look down on anybody that pulls the seeds out of pods before they eat them. I
Me either.
That's the smartest thing to do.
Well, for me, I want to save them.
Yeah. Well, there's no heat in the seeds.
Well, I know that.
Everybody says there's heat in the seeds. It's not heat in the seeds. With non-super hots, the heat is in the placenta. The seeds are in the placenta, so yeah, they're going to retain some heat as well, but the heat doesn't come from the seeds.
What's the placenta?
Say, what's the placenta?
Hey, what's the placenta?
The white stuff.
I hear people talk about that all the time. I don't know what that is.
Placenta.
The stuff in the middle that the seeds grow on.
So this isn't an ahi lemon drop. So here's the piece I got here. Oh, sorry, dropped it. The piece I got here. And no, it's not an ahi lemon drop. Let's see how this is. That's quite warm. Hmm. No, it's not that bad.
Mocking me again.
Sorry. Well, I should have learned my lesson after that damn chocolate from Rob. That damn chocolate was hot. I shouldn't have done it. And he was like, "You didn't try it before you went on the live stream." I'm like, "Hell no! I took it out of the package you gave me and ate it. I didn't try. I don't try that stuff. I just when we do a challenge or we do something, whatever. Just like I'll just go get it and pull out of the package without ever eating it. Let's see. Let's see how this is. Not too much heat. Good and crunchy though. I like the flavor to it.
Yeah, Brian, same thing. I was watching First We Feast, and they had what the heck is that guy? The big guy, gigantic guy, used to be a rapper, has tattoos all over him. His name's on the tip of my tongue. Action Bronson or whatever. And I was watching him making like the best whatever kind of sandwich, breakfast sandwich or burger or whatever, and he was like, and you leave the seeds in the jalapenos when you cut them up because that's where the heat comes from. And same thing with me. I was like, turn it off. I was like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this. You're like a world renowned chef, and like you're telling me the seeds are where the heat comes from. Yeah, turn off.
I will say that it's a relief to eat like a jalapeno or something as opposed to eating these damn super hots because I mean it's good. You can enjoy it. It's just not in such pain. Just like when I did that purple ghost scorpion, that one threw me for a loop. And it just wasn't that one too because I gave a coworker one too, and they said the same thing. I mean, it was pretty damn hot. So, so like I said, I've been watching all people's allotment videos and people saying, to be honest, for me, I agree. My thing is like, habanero or a little bit lower. I like the super hot stuff for sauces and stuff, but I want to enjoy this stuff. I mean, that habanero, level heat, I think is the best. Right in that 200,000 or whatever range it is. Bohemian goat, habanero, those type of peppers. Yeah, I know scorpions have good flavor and stuff, but they're just so damn hot. Um,
And I believe the rule of thumb was habanero and below, the heat is in the placenta. Habanero or above habanero, or at least what they call super hots. I usually take that as habanero or, above habanero. The heat is not in the placenta, it's in the walls of the pepper. That's why they're so bumpy and wrinkly and why they're so oily, because it's the oil where the heat comes from. And the oil is usually in non super hots, it's in the placenta tissue. But with super hots, the oil is usually in the walls of the pepper. And that's why they're so wrinkly and bumpy and everything. And if you ironed them out, they'd actually be a much bigger pepper. That's why, they take up much more mass because they have all those wrinkles and stuff.
yeah. What Adam was saying is, what do you gauge your peach or strawberry heat? Well, I'll tell you the peach. Well, this new version has Black Panthers in it. I don't know if you've ever had Black Panthers. The Black Panthers are pretty hot. I mean, they're up there. I forgot what their Scoville rating was, but that's a pretty hot little pod. The strawberry has witch tea, has devil's heart, and I think on this last batch, I think 7 pot lava is in it. So that one's hot. So the same thing with the Beauregards. The Beauregards is mainly chocolate Trinidad Scorpions, and chocolate Reaper, chocolate Carolina Reaper, regular Carolina Reaper, and what other? To be honest, what other kind of red peppers I could throw in there that are super hot? So that Beauregard's, which is the blueberry, is really hot. So those are the peppers I use. Now, on the original batch of peach, I used habanero and petanero, but unfortunately, I ran out of the habanero and petanero, and I won't go buy pods for sauces. So I'm not going to go to the market and buy orange habaneros. I'm not going to do that. So that's just not me. So everything that I make is going to be something that I pick from my garden.
So yeah, limited quantities. When he's done, starts making them this year, buy them all up. That way we don't run into
I
this
got some more coming. Because I'm going to make a red MOA Scotch bonnet sauce. Because I got a bunch of those. I still have enough to do. Well, I don't know if I could do the peach. I doubt the peach. I know the sauce with two brains is done. Because that's pineapple, the boot jalokia crossed with the yellow brain strain, and Scotch brains. I do have Scotch brains left, but I don't have any more of the. I don't think I have any. I may have to check. There's the boot jalokia times um, yellow brain strains. So I'll have to check. I may be able to pull a batch off. But that pineapple, you've had that, Rob. That wasn't that hot.
No, that was a very pleasant sauce. Very tasty sauce.
So, yeah.
As Rob has the Beauregards
No.
or the strawberry.
Strawberry's allergic to.
I'm allergic to strawberries.
And that's a lot of strawberries that are in there. I mean, a lot. I don't want to see that reaction from Rob.
No.
I don't know if he had an EpiPen, that might be pretty decent to watch.
Yeah.
EpiPens work for about 4 hours, and then all the symptoms come back. They have to take and shoot me full of adrenaline and give me adrenaline pills for a week to keep it off.
That's what EpiPens are. They're
I know, but you can't keep
epinephrine.
hitting yourself with a $700 pen multiple times a day, every 4 hours.
Yeah.
They switch it over to oral stuff.
And then Julian was asking about preservatives or whatever. I use apple cider vinegar. So you just got to make sure you put in enough vinegar. I don't want to go over on vinegar to where it's like super vinegary sauce, but you want enough vinegar to drop it so where it's at the right level so it'll stay for so many months.
Yeah, vinegar, one of the greatest preservatives out there. That was supposed to be half a joke.
It is. Half.
Well, I know vinegar is a great preservative, but it's not one of the greatest ones out there, but you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, I don't use anything else. I don't use xanthan gum or xanthan gum or whatever. I don't use any of that stuff for thickeners or anything. I just try to get my ratio right with, for me, all my sauces are going to have fruit in them. So I'm going to have a fruit and pepper mix. So that's how I do my sauces. I want people to actually taste the fruit, and then you have whatever heat after you taste the fruit. So that's what I kind of go for. Hopefully I do it right on most batches. I think I do. I haven't heard too many complaints.
I always make a pitcher's worth of salsa, but it never keeps long enough to eat it all. As in, it spoils before you eat it all, because salsas can be frozen.
Yeah.
It's not going to affect the texture of anything in it.
Or you could jar it. I mean,
Cook.
water bath or water can. Do a canning. I canned salsa.
Yeah. Well, if it's a pitcher's worth, it might be easier to take it and put it into ice cubes trays, freeze it that way. That way, if you want a little, you can take out 1 or 2 cubes, or if you want a bunch, you can take out a bunch of cubes.
Right.
That way, it'll last considerably longer. But then you gotta sit and wait for it to thaw out and everything else on the day you want to eat it. So yeah, I wonder what it would be like if you dried it and then put it into small containers, sealed those. Then when you want some, take and put it into however much water and let it rehydrate itself. If it would come back.
Yeah.
Never thought of freezing. I do jar it, but like used spaghetti jars.
I just go buy the mason jars from the store. They're cheap. And
Yeah, because spaghetti jars don't seal quite right the second time. When they're sealed from the factory, they're sent through radio frequency thing, which takes and heats the seal and seals that to the top of the glass as your airtight seal. If you take it and just put it in, seal it, and put it in the fridge, you don't have a completely airtight seal on it. That's why mason jars, you take and you put the covers on loosely, put them in the boiling water, and it melts it a little bit and then seals it.
right.
But yeah, in spaghetti jars, you could put it, fill it halfway, turn it sideways in the freezer and let it freeze so that it can expand up into the bottle and not break the bottle. But if you can't tell, I'm a fan of freezing things in ice cube trays because that way you can get portions out of them. I used to take and freeze eggs like that. I would get like 3 or 4, sometimes 5 of the big trays of eggs with 3 dozen eggs on the tray. And I can't eat that many. So I'd take them out and put them into multiple ice cube trays and freeze them that way, and then put those into bags and seal them. And when I want a scrambled egg, I'd go pull out 3, 4 of those, throw them in a cup, wait for a while, and cook them up later. It'd be interesting to see what salsa would do dehydrated.
Hmm.
Because like you can take a piece of watermelon, dehydrate it down to where it's just about nothing, throw it back in a bowl of water, and it'll come back up to pretty much its original size. The texture is going to be a little different.
Feels like a good experiment for you.
Why would I have salsa though?
Well, that's true, but it would be a good experiment.
Yeah, it would be a good experiment.
You like to dehydrate.
Yep.
So there you go. And then you can put that out there and find out the results. And,
Scott just took off his comment. He said those 2 crying Hawaiians. Then message retracted. Wondering if you're saying, try and dehydrate one of those and see what happens. I don't know how a jam would take and dehydrate though. That's an interesting thought. Because I got the fruit roll-up trays. Like Julian says, that's something I never thought of. I don't freeze a lot of stuff. Dehydrated jam. Huh. He's just kind of there's 3 ideas going along the same way. That could be interesting. I mean, just think how long that would last in a sealed jar.
Yeah.
I want some jam. Take out half a teaspoon in a cup, throw in a little bit of water, wait for it to rehydrate itself. Those 2 crying Hawaiian are the last of it, Rob. Well, I'm sorry it's the last of it, but I'm happy I'm getting them.
Thanks, Russ. Appreciate that.
Later, Russ.
Gotta run, guys. Y'all take care. Have a good night, Russ.
Thanks for hanging out, man.
Yeah. I'll have some more wings. Beat your 4-minute time.
Absolutely.
I'm joking, of course, because 4 minutes was phenomenal.
Yeah, see if you can make it into threes.
Oh,
I don't know if you can, but
the way he was shoving them in with that 4 minute time, but yeah, you probably could.
he was in full sprint mode.
Right.
That's like watching someone like full out run the 100-yard dash as fast as they can. It's like, yeah, go ahead, make it quicker next time.
Right.
You only set the world record by 0.2 seconds. You got to do better next time.
What is the world record on? How many was it? A dozen wings?
Well, let's look.
The
Oh, snap. He's got a video in the works. I can't wait. Make sure you go and check out Russ, aka Yaya's Me. Check out his new video, which will be coming out soon. Don't know what it is, but it's gonna be good. Because he put emojis. It's a jalapeno or a pepper and hot. A flame.
pepper fire. But yeah, I don't know what the record is on those dozen wings, but um, make sure I hit the record button. Yeah,
Definitely. I
but
want to pull a Charles and do it twice.
Yeah, don't do that. Especially with super hot stuff.
Buffalo Wild Wings, they bring you the wings like right out of the fryer, so they're so hot that you can't start eating them right away, and they won't let you let them cool off.
Yeah,
I've been hearing anyway.
I screwed up. I didn't hit the, or I didn't not hit the record button, but I definitely screwed up in the middle of it. So at least it was all recorded. So everybody got a good laugh at me on the Allegheny City Farm Challenge.
I could tell you that there's a world record holder, Molly Schuler from Philadelphia, who ate 501 wings in 30 minutes.
Yeah, and if you've ever seen her eat, she is just, I don't know where she puts it.
501 wings in 30 minutes.
Let me guess. Let me guess. She weighs less than 120 pounds.
Yeah, she looks like you, Rev.
Yeah, she weighs 110 and stands like 5'3". In the Big Texan 72-ounce challenge, she ate 3 of those in an hour.
So
she's got a YouTube channel where she actually has the video of it, and she's at an outside picnic table during a competition. She eats the first one in like under 5 minutes or 6 minutes. Second one was done in 13 minutes, and the third one was done in like 25 or 30 minutes, something like that. And she debated on whether or not she wanted the fourth one.
So if we're going by just averages, that's 16.7 wings in a minute that she ate.
Yep.
So I mean, it's probably quicker than that. I mean, because I mean, it's if she could do 16.7 in a minute, I don't know if she's going to be like the single, like 12 wings in a record holder or whatever. But if you average that out, it's crazy. I don't even know if I can eat 17 wings, period, let alone in I'm damn sure know I can't do it in a minute. So that's crazy.
Bob?
What's up, Bob?
Hey guys, hello. Do you guys know how to treat bronzing pepper leaves?
If you're talking about like the ones with the spots on them, best way I found is drain your nutrients, fill it up with fresh nutrients, and cut off the leaves that are affected. But no, I don't know how. That's just how I can do it. And I agree, Julian. I believe Russ can do it too. That guy's an animal. I mean, that video with him eating the wings at Buffalo Wild Wings, that's just a warm-up. You give him like 2 months, he'll have that 4 minutes down to like 2.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to beat that chick, but I mean, she's like, I don't know, she's some other kind of animal, but
Yeah. I mean, hell, you could tell. I mean, anybody who can eat Crazy Kimberlin's bar,
no,
I mean,
the Moab bar.
the Moab. Well,
Yeah.
but he ate Crazy Kimberlin's bar.
No, I think he ate the Moab.
Oh, he did eat the Moab. Okay. Was it?
I I'm pretty sure he ate the Moab because I thought it was the Crazy Kimberlin bar, but but it still had caramel, but I don't think it had the bacon.
I have to look at that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Actually, did that too. No, it was Crazy Kimberlin bar.
It
My
was
bad.
Billy Pete's Crazy Kimberlin's bar. Yeah.
Yep, my bad.
I could have swore it was.
I thought it was the Moab. No. Oh no, no. That was that guy from England that ate the Moab bar. My bad. Yeah, I mixed those two up. Ah, soil. Um, I don't know if it's bronzing in soil. I don't know. My guess, I'm not a pepper expert by any means, but my guess would be lacking some kind of nutrient. So, and again, I'm not a expert, so if you can figure out whatever nutrient it is lacking, add that nutrient to the soil, or add it to the water and water with that water. Is it conehead? I don't know about a conehead, but
It was a good
geez.
Dan Aykroyd movie.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I got it. I forgot about that movie. I didn't really like that movie. I didn't like the skit on Saturday Night Live either, though. But yeah, she would be like a conehead where they just like inhale the things.
I mean, if you're looking at the nutrient deficiency chart or whatever, like where it starts turning rusty, that type of color or whatever, that's potassium.
Potassium.
Yeah.
So mash up some bananas, add it to some water, feed it to the soil. No, so what would that be? That'd be Epsom salt, Epsom salt, potassium sulfate.
Let's see.
No, Epsom salt is magnesium sulfate. Wait, potassium is what, the K? Yeah, K. The NPK. So whatever the K reading, you would want to add more of that.
Yeah, so um, the banana peels are correct. Seaweed meal, composted bracken, banana peels, wood ash,
Oh yeah, wood ash is
you
good.
grow comfrey. And a lot of people grow that to make it's not tea, but it's like a superfood or whatever, comfrey or whatever in water and let it sit for like a week.
And it says symptoms of potassium. Dang it, that's nutrient deficiency. Dang. Yeah, so I guess you would want some potash, which would be potassium, which would be the last number rating in your NPK.
Yeah.
So I guess you would want something 005, 0010.
All right. I think I have something. It's with potassium and stuff because I know that was one of the suggestions I had from one of my reapers. I think I'm pretty sure. I think it's what I used.
Love you too, Babab.
Wood ash is good, but charcoal ash is not. I agree completely. Well, then again, it depends on the type of charcoal ash that you're talking about. Because if it's natural wood charcoal, that's just heated and burned down to most of the way, and that you doesn't have any extra oils or stuff in it, that's all right. But like Kingsford charcoal, nope, not good.
Yeah.
And Babab is saying thanks to you guys because I didn't say anything. Ah,
Well, just doing a little research.
Oh yeah, I used Humboldt's nutrients. Big Up. Aaron told me to use that.
Well,
'Cause that's
Babab's on the other side of the world. He's in Brunei.
Oh, okay.
yep,
So I don't
now I
know.
agree with you. Not charcoal briquettes.
Yeah.
That stuff was pretty good stuff. That Big Up powder. It's like 03323.
Well, I know Master Blend. I mean, when you're done mixing that, the last number is 38. So
Yeah.
that would be high in potassium.
Yeah, I mean, mine seemed to do fine with the Master Blend. Thank you, Kyle. Allergies.
Isn't tight.
Yeah. That. I don't know. I mean, it all depends. Whatever you've got in your area, just look at the NPK rating because it's always, nitrogen, potassium, or nitrogen. What is it? Nitrogen, potash. No, potash is potassium.
Yeah, because it's a potash. They just call it potash or
But that is potassium, right?
yeah.
So what's the middle number? The K. That's, man, I'm so off on my numbers.
Magnesium.
Oh, yeah, magnesium. Or wait, right? K is magnesium? And now I gotta do another search.
Kyle is saying pee on it. It sounds gross, but the ammonia in it helps build something, and then it's got a lot of nitrogen in it. So if you want to give it a good nitrogen blast, then yeah, pee on it.
It's nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd want something that's high in potassium. So the last of the NPK, you would want something high in that.
Which is what I said on that Big Up powder. It's all high in phosphorus and potassium.
Yeah, so no matter what it is in your area, just look for it.
Yeah, you can get a. Yeah, we talked about this last time. The straight dried cow urine or pig urine, whichever it is, for nitrogen only. It's really cheap.
Yeah.
It doesn't really stink either when you add it to the water. Like you would think it would, but it doesn't.
Could pee on it, but that's...
Huh?
Well, Cal said pee on it, but that That'll produce a lot of urea too.
Yeah, but urea is what nitrogen is. Becomes.
Yeah, but he's not looking for nitrogen.
Right.
He's looking for potassium. So you want some K.
Yeah, because while you were looking, I had said that if you want to put ammonia and nitrogen into it, yeah, pee on it. Ah, but it is 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock your time, Rev.
Yeah, it's also Friday.
Yeah. Guys, I just spent $80 on turf builder, grass seed, crabgrass killer, and perlite. Yeah, but you got a lot of ground to cover though.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money on that stuff too. I spent hundreds of dollars on grass seed and thousands of dollars on water trying to get grass to actually grow. When did it actually grow? When I gave up on it. When I actually tried, didn't do a dang thing. The second I quit, that stuff grew like crazy.
Every year I go and get a pound of Kentucky bluegrass grass seed and spread it throughout the yard. Just that I'm trying to slowly change my grass over to Kentucky bluegrass. It grows for a while, and then the stuff that's already there takes over.
Yeah, we can't grow that down here very good. We have three options: St. Augustine, Bermuda, or Zoysia. That's the only thing we have as options that's going to stay.
I tried with Kentucky bluegrass, and it was pretty much Bermuda that, or not Bermuda. It was the other creeping grass.
Fescue?
No, because that's Kentucky, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Wasn't
But
centipede?
that stuff took off. It actually came from the neighbor's yard, and it just grew right across into my yard. Oh, centipede.
Yeah, centipede. That's what I was saying. Centipede.
Yeah, yeah, that stuff. That took right off.
Well, that's what we do. I mean, here, I mean, you get your St. Augustine patch, you go get it, and you space it out, and then it creeps over, so it fills in all the other blanks.
Yeah,
So,
and the key to getting that to grow is to let it grow tall enough that it actually goes to seed. And then whenever you cut it, make sure your mower is blowing towards the area that you want to cover, which is what I did. And I did that over and over and over again. And that stuff's everywhere now. I mean, almost my entire front yard is taken over with it. Not only that, but we got sand spurs that will grow here where I don't know if you know about these things, but they grow up and they have little like spurs that will like, grab on, they'll stick to your feet. They'll, grab onto your pant legs or anything like that.
we get those.
Yeah. Well, we had them all through the front yard. Not one at all in my entire front yard. They are all taken out. The grass just took them over. They were like, and the same thing with weeds. The weed, like we had clover and stuff that was growing up all over the place, but the grass just cinched out all of that clover and the sand spurs.
Yeah.
What's up, Joe?
Yeah, hey Joe. Cal says about 2 years ago, my yard started getting lots of weeds and haven't been able to control it. This year is the year. Julian says I have Bermuda, but neighbors on rich side have St. Augustine's. It's invading my yard. Charles, there is a Kentucky 31 that is really good.
That's what I tried to grow in my yard. None of it took place, but I'm also in the South too, so.
I'm in the South. So, but I mean, for me, last year I re-sodded my whole front yard. So, because I mean, I had it so because it there's so much thatch and stuff in it. It was just so thick because of the first few years. I think I over fertilized. It just got so thick and stuff. There was no hope for it. So I resodded everything last year. But then of course we got a hurricane with 31 more inches of rain. So that just did wonders too. So hopefully not this year. No more floods. We're going for no floods this year.
But I'm telling you, the number one thing, if you want that grass to actually spread, let it go to seed, and then cut it and have your mower angling towards where you need the seed to go. So once it goes to seed, then once you cut it, the seed will just blow over to the area that you want it at, and cut that first, and then cut the actual seeded area which will blow over where the grass is already sitting, and that'll act as mulch, which will help it actually seed. And yeah, that's exactly how my yard took off.
I just go in a clockwise motion.
Yeah, yeah. If your mower's
Goes-
facing inward and you do a
Yeah.
clockwise motion, yeah, that'll do it too.
Yeah.
I usually do only one way. I usually do like I go on the left-hand side because I have a right-hand blowing mower, and I'll cut it that way, and I'll just keep going backwards, forwards until I get over to the swamp. But same thing.
But then also, you know, if you're not bagging or whatever, you can go over the mulch grass again and just make it finer. So it kind of just goes away.
Yeah, and if you have a bagger, you can always cut the grass and then put the grass right on, bag it all up and then put it onto your lawn where you want the stuff to actually grow. And the grass that you cut up will act as mulch, and it'll help the seed grow.
Yeah. Or you could do like JT said, just build a garden. You don't want to deal with the grass at all. If you have issues, just build another garden.
Yeah. Well, I wanted grass for the longest time, and it wasn't until I actually had grass established that I realized I should have just dug the entire thing up and made it all a garden. Yeah, and the weeds that really suck is that around here we call it state grass, and that's that stuff that grows like this tall and has like all the little seeds all over the top, and it will grow that tall and seed within like 3-4 days. So if you cut your grass every week, all you're doing is spreading that stuff everywhere, and yeah, that stuff sucks.
Yeah.
Because I had that stuff everywhere for a long time. But you get good grass and it'll choke that stuff right out. I don't know what Johnson grass is. Never looked at it.
I don't know what Johnson grass is either.
It
Dealing
might be
with
that state grass that I'm talking about.
dealing with the empty lot across the street. It's like my backyard. I live at the base of a hill, so the water comes down from the neighbor across my alley, hits my driveway, gets funneled to the center of my driveway, goes off and into my yard, follows through my yard between the houses, and then out to the street. So all the dirt and stuff from the gravel in the alley gets deposited right where it takes the drop down off of my driveway. I pick it up, I put it back in the alley, and it comes back a couple of times when it rains. Looks like corn when it's spreading.
Yeah, I'm betting that's exactly what I'm calling state grass, because they put it along the state highways and stuff, and exactly the same thing. Looks like corn when it's sprouting. And not only that, but it does it within like 4 or 5 days. Like if you mow your grass every week, this stuff will actually grow up, like probably that big. And then it will actually have like the little corn looking sprouts at the top. You cut that thing and you're spreading seed all over the place, and it just spreads like crazy. Yeah, for a while I was going around before I would cut the grass, and I would just pick them all by hand and throw them into the swamp. That way the seeds go in the swamp. But I guess I know about. Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about, Jillian. Are they the ones with like they have that like that little base where it's like got like all the little leaves at the base, but it has that long hollow stem that pops up? That's what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. That's like I don't want to call it crabgrass, but it's like some kind of typical weed that you're talking about, or that we used to get.
Well, I think for myself, I'm going to call it a night because I've been up since early this morning, just like you have, Charles.
I have. I've had a spectacular day. Let me tell you.
Spectacular is an awesome, right?
Yeah, it's one of the best. Try to get some things done. I do have to work tomorrow, but not till late. But try to get some things done in the garden area and start filling pots. So that and amending them. So I got to put some stuff in them as well. So like I said, this year I'm using grow stones, not using perlite or nothing. So using grow stones and worm castings and azomite and kelp meal, all that kind of good stuff. That in with the compost.
Hey, Kyle.
Later, Kyle.
Um,
And Julian, I believe I know what you're talking about. That's that crap that you get in your yard where the homeowners association will be like, "Oh, your grass is way too tall," and meanwhile it's a weed, not your grass.
yeah.
Hey, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
There's Scott.
All right. Well, I'm going to cut it short. Are we going to, or cut myself short anyway, are we going to do our normal outros or just say goodnight?
Go for it.
Well, I'm just gonna say everybody, happy Easter. Good Friday's almost over. It is for some people. Have a good Easter weekend. Uh, probably have updates sometime this weekend. To check my YouTube channel out, or if you have notifications or what have you, to be on there. Still have some sauces available. So if you want to try any of those, check that out at the PLC Marketplace. We'll be back here, I think, on Monday, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so should be here on Monday. See how that is. I'll be half dead. I'm doing fabric pots all weekend. So
You still have sauces available on Pepper Lovers Marketplace?
yeah, dude. Yeah, I still have three flavors: the strawberry, blueberry, and the orange. The peach is gone.
So if you want to get some of those, hop over to the Pepper Lovers Marketplace. Check out Charles P.
Yeah, and then Rev will probably be trying that out too someday soon on one of his video updates or videos. So check out Rev trying the sauces.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
They're really good.
Well, you can't say they're really good. You only tried one out of the three.
This much is true, but the one I tried was really good. Well, anyway, Rob Z is my name, and most people who are here know that, but for those that are watching afterward, ROBB space Z, you can see it when I'm talking in the name below. Same name as Pepper Lovers community and Google Plus and YouTube, and I have a second YouTube channel where I play Minecraft, and that's Yankee Ace 50. If you're interested, come and watch and give me some feedback. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hope you have a great weekend as well.
Oh man, Anthony just hopped in, and we're out. Sucks. But
Sorry, Anthony, we're closing up.
There's always Monday.
Yep.
But I will say that's cool of you, Anthony, for sending Gage that Dorset Naga. Because Anthony sent him a live plant since he was having questions on his Dorset Naga. So Anthony sent him a Dorset Naga. That was cool.
Well,
I'm gonna go open the cell block.
yeah, well,
I'll let you as well, Anthony.
thanks for stopping in, Anthony. We'll be back here on Monday, so swing back on Monday and check us on out. Meantime, everybody have a happy Easter, happy weekend, all that fun stuff, and we'll catch you back here live on Monday. Probably have videos out here in the meantime, so watch out for that. If you want to get notifications for when we go live, make sure you hit that bell down below. I assume everybody's subscribed. If you're not, hit that subscribe button. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, Anthony, for a couple minutes. But yeah, we'll be back on Monday, so we'll see you then. Later on, everybody.
Bye.